them. I don't know anything about it.
You're gonna learn now with these
Yes, I
tickets,
am. Yes.
Your daughter got you together, huh?
Yes, she did.
All right, good morning to you.
Good morning.
I've already checked you in,
Okay.
so I don't know. Officer T. Backman, good morning to you.
How you doing?
All right. Who are you here for?
Boca Negra.
I don't know if you're in the right court.
It should be for 8:35.
Yeah, I think you're in the wrong court. The last name starts with a B.
Yep, Boca Negra.
Yeah, you may want to try, I can look it up for you. You may want to try Bledsoe 4.
Okay.
Spell that last name for me, please.
It's BOC. Let me pull it up. BOCAN. Get it. There it is. Yeah, BOCANEGRA.
What's the first name?
Raphael.
So is that RAPHAEL?
Nope, it's RAFAEL, I believe. No.
OCANETRA.
Yep, BANEGRA.
GRA?
Yep.
Yeah, Geraldine Bledsoe 4, you're supposed to be in her courtroom.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you, Your Honor.
Have a great day. Let's look up Miss Griggs.
I'm doing that.
Yes.
And one of her cases is the show cause not scheduled to June, so I'm gonna check. On January the 27th this year, the date is June 30th, so I'm gonna print out all the cases that she showed.
You in here so early, Miss Griggs? I guess
I'm
because
sorry.
you're supposed to be here on the 27th.
Yes, I missed a court date.
I'm gonna have to send the people out there to come pick you up then.
Really?
I might get past this time.
Yeah, my daughter actually called me and asked me about my tickets, and she said we had to get them together. So she set everything up for me for today.
She got the tickets too?
No, she doesn't. She was asking me, did I have tickets? She knew I had them and I hadn't paid them. And she said you have to pay them, so she told me to bring them over. And
Let me stop. I was liking your daughter's advice on all that other stuff until she started giving you the legal advice. You know, you might not want to just take her legal advice. Don't just go pay tickets. Come to court like you are. And
no, that's what she did.
Let it be adjudicated, and then you pay the tickets. But set a court date all the time. All right?
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. Yes, sir.
Good morning, everyone. Court is now in session with the Honorable Judge Sean D. Perkins, While court is in session, please keep your backgrounds quiet and clear. Sit back with your name to be called. Also, if you're in the vehicle, there is no driving while court is in session. Also, there will be no talking, eating, drinking, gum, chewing, walking around, or smoking of any kind, and please remain properly dressed at all times. Thank you. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Mr. Owens, what is your date of birth, sir?
5870.
Mr. Owens, I have the music for him that's on the docket, then I have another music that's not on the docket. All right, let's call this case the City of Detroit versus Milton Owens, case number U59855721 and U59845421. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Harry Boffman, P55052, on behalf of the defendant, Mr. Owens. Please state your name for the record, your full name, sir.
Milton Jared Owens.
Thank you.
Where are you, sir? Up there at the top? All right. He's got one case on the docket here, Mr. Boffman. Can we see where this case, can you give me an ROA on the case? I'm pulling up his name and I don't see it on here. We need to run a summary on him because Mr. Owens, I don't. You need some treatment, sir? Mr. Owens?
Yes.
You need some treatment?
Treatment for what?
I don't know. I don't know if it's alcohol or what.
No, I don't need no treatment, Your Honor.
All right, so he's got, can we run a summary on him to see if he has any more open cases? Because this case is, you got 2 open cases, 1 alcohol related violation and 1 disorderly conduct, urinating in public. And he's got a host of other cases that are related allegations. I haven't seen what the disposition of those cases are, but when I see stuff like that, it just, the alarm bells ring off. What's going on?
Nothing's going on, Your Honor.
Something's going on, whether you want to admit it or not. Mr. Boffman, I don't have an offer in this file. I'm going to wait for the city attorney to come give me an offer. We'll present that to your client. If he needs a trial date, we'll set you up with a trial date, sir. If you want to take the offer, we'll allow you to take the offer. And once that offer is presented to you, I can allow you some time with Mr. Boffman in the breakout room, who's going to be your attorney today. He can help you make an informed decision on what you want to do with these cases, all right?
Understood, Your Honor. We're standing by.
This is one that's scheduled for March 8th.
That's the one I called.
Oh, you did.
I got that already.
Okay. So,
I called both of them, and, the one I didn't see, the summary would help me to see, does he have any more cases like that? We'll put the summary in there, print that out for me, please. All right, let's pass this matter. Let's go with Mr. Gonzalez. We have the interpreter here. Senor, can you state your name for the record?
Señor González, diga su nombre para que quede constar en el registro.
Pablo Alejandro González.
Pablo Alejandro González.
All right, Mr. Interpreter, can you state your name for the record so I can swear you in?
Ricardo Cáceres, C-A-C-E-R-E-S.
All right, can you raise your right hand, please? All right, do you swear, okay, do you solemnly swear or affirm that you will truly, accurately, and impartially interpret in the manner now before the court and not divulge confidential communications, so help you God?
I do.
And do you swear or affirm to translate from English to Spanish and Spanish to English to the best of your ability?
I do.
All right, you can put your hand down. Where's Gonzalez? Gonzalez.
Essence,
You got 835.
okay. I was going to files, and that's the only one I did not see a file for. So we need to do the rest of that.
I'm looking it up now. All right. Let's call, this is the city of Detroit versus Pablo Alejandro Gonzalez, case numbers B121-20121, B121-20221. Appearance for the record, please.
Este es la ciudad de Detroit en contra del señor Pablo Alejandro González. El caso V12-12-0121-221.
Morning, Harry Bachman for the defendant.
Se acaba de presentar su abogado defensor.
Been here before. Do you have a license and vaccination for this animal that they say you have, or what's going on?
Aparentemente tiene una situación con animales que no han sido vacunados y también una licencia para tener animales. ¿Qué es lo que está pasando?
Pues sí, el perro sí lo vacuné, pero se me extravieron las vacunas y no, ya nunca las encontré.
The dog has been vaccinated, but I lost the vaccine records and I couldn't find them anymore.
I have to go back and get those records then before we close this out.
Tiene que ir a conseguir esos registros antes de que podamos cerrar este caso.
Ok.
Okay.
How long is it going to take you to do that, sir?
¿Cuánto tiempo le va a llevar conseguir esos registros de las vacunas?
Pues no se oiga, porque el señor que me lo vacunó ya se movió y no lo encuentro. El señor, pues, el que tenía el veterinario se movió y ya no lo encontré. No sé.
I really don't know because the vet moved his clinic and I couldn't find him anymore, so I don't know where he's at.
Well, there's plenty of vets around here.
Pero hay muchos veterinarios alrededor de esta ciudad.
Ok, entonces puedo ir con el que sea.
Can I go with whomever I want?
Yes, as long as you get the vaccination and it's documented by a licensed veterinarian, or you can go to the city of Detroit and they can probably give you vaccinations and the dog license right there.
Usted puede ir con cualquier veterinario en la ciudad, siempre y cuando sea un veterinario que tenga licencia y que le ponga las vacunas y esté autorizado. Si no puede hacer eso, siempre puede ir a la ciudad de Detroit, donde se lo pueden vacunar, darle las pruebas de las vacunas y también le pueden dar la licencia del perro.
Ok.
Ok,
We'll give you 30 days, sir.
le voy a dar
March.
30 días para hacerlo.
Ok, está muy bien.
Ok, sir.
March 14, 2022. I'm going to set this up for another pre-trial date. I'm going to get vaccinated and dog license.
Your Honor, I'm sorry. At what time did you say?
At 8:30, March 14th, 2022, at 8:30, he's going to get the dog vaccinated and have a license.
Ok. Para el 14 de marzo del año 2022 a las 8:30 tiene que presentarse nuevamente en este tribunal con prueba de que el perro ha sido vacunado y que ya tiene su licencia de la ciudad de Detroit.
Ok.
Ok.
All right, and you can, Mr. Casares, you can, I don't know if you can set yourself up to come back that day or not.
Let me check it out, Your Honor. Give me 1 second. No, sir, I can't. But somebody else can do it.
We'll say we need an interpreter on that day, please.
Somebody will be here.
Very well. If it's nothing further, sir, you have a very good day, and you too, Mr. Casares. See you soon.
Thank you, Your Honor. Si ya no hay nada más que tratar, está libre para irse y tenga buen día.
Igualmente.
Have a good day, sir.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Gracias. Buenos días.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, what did you say?
Anna, did you get that chat from me?
Oh, docket. Where's Miss Lofton?
I'm here.
How old are you, ma'am?
I'm good.
How old are you?
Oh, I'm sorry, 29.
All right, what's going on? Do you have a driver's license?
No.
Why can't you get a driver's license?
I'm going to try to get one.
Huh?
I'm going to try to get one. I didn't know if I had to wait until after this court date to go.
No, you don't. I don't know if, do you get any other tickets in any other jurisdictions?
No, not recently.
Are everything cleared up in other jurisdictions?
I believe so.
Runner license, please. I don't know how you don't know.
Huh? I'm sorry.
I said, I don't know how you don't know whether other things are cleared up.
No, I said I believe so.
I know, and then believing means it could be not.
Yes, possibly, because I had a ticket back in like 2010, and when I called to ask about it, they told me to just come up there. They said it was so old, just come up there.
So in other words, you do have some out there that you never took care of.
Yes.
That's mine.
Oh, no, it says email.
All right. He's got two of them. One and one for one. right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Milton Owens. Mr. Owens, there's an offer that's been presented to you to plead to the disorderly conduct and dismiss the alcohol-related violation. I'm gonna.
It's disorderly conduct.
It's one disorderly conduct and one alcohol-related violation.
Oh, this is your.
Yeah, and that's written under disorderly conduct. That's U59845421. What's your appearance on the record?
Yeah, please develop report Dante 162. Yeah, it's in Detroit.
And not here, Mr. Goss.
Gotta speak up.
May it please the Honorable Court, Dante Goss, P60162, on behalf of the city of Detroit. Your Honor, I thought these, I didn't know these were the same things.
Yeah.
And this is actually state matter. This is
Okay.
I can write off of mine.
And then we'll dismiss that based on the state. So again, an offer's gonna be pleading to disorderly conduct, right? And then we're gonna dismiss the state matter, but I usually would let Mr. Bachman, I usually would dismiss on a immediately upon payment. But I look at Mr. Owens' history, and it concerns me because, and I didn't see what the disposition of those cases were at, but it concerns me. He's got a lot of alcohol-related stuff. So I kind of feel that he's not being upfront with himself, and that he needs some help.
In his defense, Your Honor, I did look up the disposition of the other cases, and more often than not, they were dismissed. I do understand and accept the court's concern because this is a lot of context for the same type of behavior. But absolutely, in the defendants in defense of Mr. Owens, more often than not, these type of cases have been dismissed. He has previously successfully completed a delayed sentence for an alcohol-related violation. This was well in the past, Your Honor. The defendant presents today. He looks to be sober, and he obviously cares about his endeavors because he's here of his own volition. So I would respectfully ask and request that the court follow the recommendation. I missed your last transmission, Your Honor. Can you repeat? Okay.
I asked him, what's his date of birth?
1970.
5870, Your Honor.
5870, you know. Okay, I'll accept the recommendation if he wants to take it. But I'm not gonna dismiss immediately like I would do everyone else. It's gonna be, we're gonna establish this 3-month probation. I want him to get some alcohol screening, and I want him to be tested 1 time per week. There's no drinking alcohol during the pendency of this, sir. If you come up positive, then it's gonna change the game. Now, you can talk with Mr. Bachman in the breakout room, and I will dismiss upon completion successfully after 3 months of this. But if you can talk to Mr. Bachman about in the breakout room, if you want to help make an informed decision, you have an absolute right to a trial. But in my, I've only been here for 8 months. I don't know how long it's been, but I haven't seen this many alcohol-related allegations. Your middle name is Gerard?
Jared, J-E-R-O-D, Jared.
Yeah, this is something where you indeed really need some help. Do you still drink alcohol, sir?
I haven't been lately.
And what's lately?
A month and a half. Exactly.
Why haven't you drinking in a month and a half?
I've been working out, exercising. I've been busy working and helping my mom out with her business.
Tell the court where you work, please.
I work at Kroger.
All right. You want to speak with Mr. Baughman in a breakout room? You want to take the deal? You want to set it for trial? What do you want to do, sir?
I'll speak to Mr. Goffman.
All right, very well. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room.
Thank you.
You talk to him, and now you understand what I said, Mr. Baughman. 3-month delay. I want once a week alcohol, no drinking during the pendency of this.
A substance abuse assessment.
Violation and a substance abuse assessment.
Okay, understood.
You can get that summary.
The Owen, Milton Owen. It was just those two.
I just need a summary page. I'll get. How do you do it under his name? I did it under his driver's license, nothing comes up. How do I do it?
NAM, next, NAM, and then go to the name, INQ, and the last name Owens. Backslash, Milton, and then enter. And then to see the date of birth, do an F11, sir, on that. And it gives the date of birth.
Now the one in the date of birth.
You want to.
How do I get that summary under his name instead of his
Oh, I
driver's
see.
license?
Can you try putting the cursor up under the name and do it?
Got it. All right. Thank you. Okay. Ms. Lawson?
Yes.
I am going to allow you an opportunity to go get a driver's license.
Okay.
You want to do that?
Yes.
Do we run? Not licensed.
You said you're going to allow me to get a driver's license?
Yeah, I want you to get a driver's license.
I'm going to.
All right, let's pass that matter. Let's call the okay. Let's call the city of Detroit versus Shaniqua Lofton, case number SP 102-44071. SP 121-7802, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please. Oh, he's in the break. All right, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna dismiss, I'm gonna close out and dismiss SP 102-44071. You've pled back on 8/4/2021, and you've satisfied your obligation to that. That was in front of me.
Yes.
So you're back. So I'm gonna close that out. Let's move on to the other three matters. What I want is I want you to get a driver's license.
Okay.
It doesn't appear by looking at your record that you it doesn't appear that you should have a problem getting a license. So
okay.
Let's get you licensed. Get a driver's license. I don't have an offer in the file right now anyway. I'm going to call this to set a pretrial for April the 5th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. You're out there just driving, don't know any of the rules of the road, and no license, never had one. You're 29 years old, you got kids. You can't, you gotta get those kids around safely and move around, and you don't need that that burden of traveling without a license and all of that stuff and keep getting pulled over and paying these tickets. You got money, you like to give your money to the court?
No.
All right, well, go get a license. It shouldn't be that hard.
Okay.
All right, bring a license back in here April 5th. We're gonna set it for a pre-trial April 5th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m., all right?
Okay.
All right, have a great day, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Lewis, I don't even know if we should start this until the lawyer gets back. Where's Mr. Daquan Lewis's spot?
How are you? How you doing, Mr.?
I know you're there. How old are you, sir?
27.
27 years old.
Power on. Ready for connection.
Get yourself some sleep. Oh, no. Oh, it's, no, I just moved the chair when you moved it. Let's get Mr. Daquan Lewis.
Connected.
Mr. Bachman, are you back? Mr. Bachman?
We are ready on Milton Owens, Your Honor.
Let's go back on the record with Mr. Milton Owens. Mr. Owens, I've given you an opportunity to speak to the lawyer in the breakout room. Counselor, what does your client want to do?
My client is going to accept the plea recommendation and waive rights. Plead guilty here and now, Your Honor.
Hold tight.
I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna mute everybody that's not on the record. Somebody's phone is coming in. You have to unmute yourself, Mr. Owens. I didn't mean to mute you. All right, Mr. Owens, unmute yourself, please.
He may not know how.
He knows how. Mr. Owens, you know how to unmute yourself? You have to go to the, you might not. Go to the bottom left of your screen. There should be an audio button there.
I see it, Your Honor. I did it, Your Honor.
All right, very well. All right, we're back on the record with Mr. Milton Owens. I've given you an opportunity, sir, to speak with the defense counsel in the breakout room. Counselor, what does your client want to do?
Your Honor, the defendant and I have had a confidential discussion in the breakout room. I explained the plea recommendation now before the court to him. He wants to waive his right to any further hearings or trials, as well as any rights attendant to those hearings or trials. He's going to plead pursuant to that recommendation, Your Honor, here and now. Thank you.
Okay. Is that your understanding, Mr. Owen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's, can you raise your right hand, sir? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Or you can put your hand down, sir. Sir, do you understand that the maximum possible penalty for this offense is 90 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that you have a right to a trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that trial right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what was stated in the record?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Now, understand this, sir. I'm not going to accept any excuses for missed tests. I'm not going to accept any excuses. I'm not going to accept any excuses from you. And you're going to understand that you're going to have 90 days in jail hanging over your head if you violate this stuff. So I just want to make that clear to you. Now, you indicated to the court that that you're working. You indicated to the court that you're helping care for your mother, which I'm sure she's probably a senior, because hey, we're almost seniors. So I know she's probably up there in age. So if this thing goes south for you, don't look at anybody else, especially not me. And the fact that you have to go sit down for some time and blaming other people for your irresponsibility, we'll call it that. That's why I want to get an alcohol assessment on you, because I truly believe that you have a problem. And the real problem that I see is that I don't think that you're willing to accept that. So, you know, until if I'm correct, I might not be correct. If I'm correct, though, that you do have the problem, until you're willing to accept the fact that you have a problem, then there's nobody that's going to be able to help you. All right? So I'm going to draw your attention back to September 15, 2021 at around 2:35 p.m. a.m. in the area of 360 Michigan Avenue on the Transit Center. Were you at that location in the city of Detroit around that date and time?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you have contact with the Detroit Police Department at that time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Or let's say this, did you have contact with the transit police at that time?
Yes, Your Honor.
And at that time, were you spotted urinating in plain sight at the Rosa Parks Transit Center down there?
Yes, Your Honor.
Satisfied with the factual basis, Your Honor. Satisfied the court has complied with the court rule. Thank you.
And you're going to tell me that at 2:35 a.m. in the morning, you're at the transit center, urinating in public, and it had nothing to do with alcohol. Are you going to say that?
Repeat that again, Your Honor.
That you're at 2:35 a.m. in the morning at this transit center, urinating in plain view. Are you going to say it had nothing to do with alcohol?
No, I'm not, Your Honor.
All right. Well, we're moving along. All right, we're moving along. Okay. With that, I'm going to accept your plea to, I'll say, under disorderly conduct.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I'm going to, with the stipulation of probable cause, Counselor, I'm going to dismiss the other matter. Can I get that stipulation, Counselor?
Stipulate the probable cause as to the matter being dismissed. Thank you kindly, Your Honor.
I'm going to fine him $240 for that. I'm going to take that under a 3-month delay, as we talked about. I want him to be tested once per week randomly. Let's not have any mistests, sir, because I don't want to be the judge to be locking anybody up. I don't feel that that's really well, put it this way. The penitentiary is made for some people. And I hope that's not you. But I don't want to be interfering in anybody's life. But I'm not going to be the one that's interfering with it. You're going to be the one that does that if you don't follow the terms and conditions. I want a substance abuse evaluation done. And I don't want any drinking during the pendency of this case. And we'll have a review set for May 5th, 2022 at 8:25 a.m. Do you have any further? I need the telephone number for you, sir. You can put it in the chat or you can say it out loud.
313-530-8685, Your Honor.
All right. Let's let's get him, you have an ink pen, let's get you the number to probation, so you have that.
Right.
313-965-3414.
Repeat it one more time.
313 area code 965-3414.
Okay, sir, if there's no further questions, sir, I do wish you the best of luck. I do hope that you can get through this. You get through this, I'll do like I said, I'll dismiss it, we'll move on. But I just don't want to. I just hope that there's no violations, and I hope that you get to that testing. And if you need the help, we can help you get some help. But if you're not willing to accept our help, I hope you get it right with your own self. All right.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
All right. Have a great day, sir.
Do I hang up and call this number for probation when I get off with you, or will you
Let me say this. You say this. Probation should contact you. I gave you that number so that if you don't get a call by maybe Tuesday or something, call them by Tuesday, and then we'll set some. But probation should contact you. All right.
Okay, you said report back to you May 5th?
May 5th, 2022, unless we hear of some of something from the testing places or something like that, that you didn't do what you were supposed to do. And then
what time in the morning, Your Honor?
8:25. We'll set it
okay,
for
thank
you. And then have that 240 paid off then too.
By May 5th.
Yeah, so we can close this all out.
Okay, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, have a great day, sir.
You too.
All right, Corporal Hope, I have in, good morning to you.
Morning.
Then we have Officer Dabowski. Good morning to you.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor.
All right. And do we have any other officers in here? All right, McCree.
Good morning.
He made it on time today.
Yes, sir.
And I'm gonna put all of you in a breakout room, and I'm gonna tell the city attorney that you're there waiting. I don't think I have any of those defendants that showed up yet, but we're gonna give them an opportunity to show up.
Your Honor, Your Honor, there's no need to go in the breakout room unless the defendants show up.
All right, well, they're in there, they're going in there, you don't have to go in there.
Okay.
But it's open, so you have the opportunity to if you need to.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
All right, let's move on. Mr. Lewis. Where's Mr. Lewis? If you're on one of those telephones that are muted, you need to press *6. To unmute yourself. All right, very well. Okay, this is the city of Detroit. We're going to get an updated offer for this young man. This is the city of Detroit versus Daquan Deshaun Lewis, case number SP 111-04421. SP 111-04422, counts 1. I'm going to strike that, counts 1, 2, and 3. I'm sorry, Madam Court Reporter. case number SP 1118609, counts 1, 2, and 3. Call case number SP 11622-471. Case number SP 1165025, counts 1 and counts 2. Case number SP 1180636, counts 1, 2, and 3. Case number SP 118066691. Case numbers SP 833390, counts 1, 2, and 3. Case numbers SP 83333911. That's what we need to be calling 911. SP 892030, counts 1, 2, and 3. Case number U 888-25612. Case number 15-4481-421. Here for the record, please.
Morning, Harry Boffman for the defendant. Sir, state your name, please. Lewis.
Daquan Lewis.
How, you're 27 years old, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You graduate from high school?
No.
How far did you go in school, sir?
I made it to the 11th.
And why didn't you finish?
I mean, I was around the wrong crowd. I was basically.
All right, he's being honest.
Yeah.
We're gonna need to get an updated offer for this young man. I just what are you doing with yourself now, sir?
Working, taking care of my kids.
And how many kids do you have?
Two
2
girls.
kids. How old are they?
1 and 4.
How old?
1 and 4.
1 and 4 years old. You plan on going to get a GED or anything?
Yeah.
So what?
That's what I'm trying to take. I'm taking care of everything right now, so you know.
And what do you mean by taking care of everything right now?
Like, first I'm getting my license together so I can be able to, travel, stuff like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what other plans?
I mean, I'm taking up a trade.
And what kind of trade are you interested in?
I'm thinking masonry.
All right. And, it sounds like you are at least you're at least doing some planning. I mean, more than planning, you're actually putting some of the plans in motion because you're looking to get a license. That's why you're here today. It sounds like you're getting some things together. You're not making excuses for why you didn't graduate from high school.
Right.
A lot of times I see previous judges in past years, they would order you to get a GED as part of, they would put you on probation for these offenses, and they would fine you heavily in the $1,000 or more, and order you to get a GED and order all this other stuff. I don't necessarily do that. I don't do that because you know, I would like to see people wanting to go back and get their GED, get their high school diploma. I think you're gonna have to do that in order to get into trades. I don't know if you can get into trades without a high school diploma or a GED. Do you know that you can or you can't?
Yeah, you're gonna need a GED, at least a high school diploma or a GED.
I mean, and you know something, at least they tell you that, you know,
Yeah.
at least they tell you that there's people in there without a high school diploma, but it can't hurt anyway. I think it's kind of sometimes unrealistic to expect somebody to just drop everything they're doing and get a GED, especially people in your situation that have kids. But I would certainly like to hear that you followed through with that and got a GED. I won't order something like that. But in the meantime, you're here getting this license taken care of. You got a long road ahead of you. And I don't know if you're making very much money. I will offer you the opportunity once this deal is struck, whatever deal it may be. If the money is an issue in doing this, I will offer you the opportunity to do some community service. I'll pay you $20 an hour toward every hour of community service that you do. So you can keep that in mind as a way to pay for some of these fines and costs. But right now, I'm gonna pass this matter to the city attorney's office, and I'm gonna get an offer for you. And after I present that offer to you, I'm gonna allow you to speak with Mr. Baughman, who I really appreciate having in my courtroom because he sees that I try to offer guidance to young men and women like yourself, and he does a very good job of offering some very good insight on a lot of different things that not necessarily related to the law. And he goes above and beyond because that's just what he does. So, sir, you got some resources here, and it's going to be on you to take advantage of them.
Okay.
And I would hope that you will. So let's get you. We're going to pass this matter. I'm going to get the city attorney in here to look at your cases, see what kind of offer he's willing to present to you. You'll make a decision on whether you got an absolute right to a trial, sir. So if you don't like the offer, you can take it to trial, and we'll see what happens. But we gotta start at square one first. So, all right. So I'm gonna pass this matter. I'm gonna get the city attorney in here, and we're gonna go from there. All right.
Okay.
Sit tight. Okay. Miss Althea, where's Miss Althea's stuff? Can you print something out for her?
Yes.
We gotta get you an offer as well, so let me pass this on to the city attorney as well, and we'll get you an offer with Mr. Lewis. So I won't even call these cases yet. I won't even call your case yet. Mr. Goss, is he here? Is he on? All right, let's move on. Mr. Jameer Greer.
Yes.
Good morning to you, sir.
Morning.
Quintez. Is that your middle name?
Yeah.
You got his file.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Jameer Greer.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna need an updated offer for you as well. All right.
I see that fire.
All right, let's call this case. This is the City of Detroit versus Jameer Quintez Greer. Case number SD 1007610, count 1. Case number SD 1007617, SP 107566, count 1. SP 10757081. Here's for the record, please.
Jamar Greer.
For the record, Harry Boffman, P55052 on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, so here's what I see with Mr. Greer. I'm going to do this, sir, with you. I see that you pled the default judgment was entered in on 10/21/2020 for an expired plate that you got stopped on 3/17/2020. On the same date, you got a drove while licensed, while unlicensed.
Yeah, all those tickets was the same ticket that he wrote me on that one pullover, basically.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dismiss this SP 1075708 ticket. I'm gonna waive the warrant cost. You're gonna have to pay the reinstatement fee of $45 for that ticket. I'm going to
Can I say something?
hold on a second, let me finish. All right, I'll give you a chance to speak. I'm gonna waive late fee and reinstatement fee for the other ticket, the expired plates that you let go in the default. SP 107567 one, get you back to the original cost of that ticket. And I'm going to have another occasion on 7/12/2019, where you pled to a failure to display a valid driver's license, and you were found responsible for a no receipt of registration and then the no proof of insurance dismissed. I'm going to waive the late and reinstatement fee for the no receipt of registration. And I'm going to waive the late and reinstatement fee on the failure to display a valid operator's license. So what does that mean? And I'm going to give you an opportunity to tell me what you want to do. What does that mean? That means we'll dismiss the case that's called today, that is pending. You won't have any more open cases. You'll have to pay one reinstatement fee, that $45 fee on that case today, SP 10757-081. If you pay that today, you'll get clearances here at the 36th District Court. And then you'll have to just pay what the original cost of that no registration, that expired plate, and the original cost of what you enter into that no operator's license, which I don't know what that'll be yet once we waive the late fees and stuff like that. Now, the offer today, Mr. Boffman, was to plead to because we're only really dealing with one ticket, was plead to failure to display. That was going to be a $240 fine, and he was still going to have to pay all this other stuff. So you can what you want to say something, Mr. Greer?
I'm having a hard time getting my license. At a young age, I abused the authority. I had the privilege of having a license. I had over $8,000 in tickets. I was fortunate enough to pay in 2014. They told me 2 years to get my license. I tried to wait that out, which I attained these tickets, and it kind of set me back more. I'm taking on the approach again to get my license. I went down to pay my tickets. The lady told me that I had a no insurance and a warrant I wasn't aware of, but she told me that I had to pay a bond. I didn't want to pay the proof of insurance because I didn't want it to affect me at the Secretary of State. I went on and paid $288, thinking I was paying a bond on this hearing today, but it's only saying that I paid $95 for this bond. So I did end up paying the $288 for the insurance. Now I guess my license is suspended until September the 14th, 2022. So I'm back in the same boat. And I was just kind of wondering, is it anything that you can do after I pay these fees or help me to get my license or get to the Secretary of State? I don't owe anything. Besides these licenses, besides this, I don't have any holds. I don't mind paying this today. I've got obligations in life. I need to have my license. I got job obligations. I got my mother's 72, my father's 79. I drive them back and forth to the doctor. I need my license. I've been take every precaution to get my license. I don't know if it's you guys or the circuit courts or you guys connected. I don't even know who to contact for this matter. I'm just asking.
Let me stop. So, in other words, if what I've done is I've dismissed this ticket today. Let me go to. So you pay the $45 reinstatement fee. What I'm telling you you'll have clearances here today, all just $45.
Okay.
And here, put this stuff in the system for me, please. If you can do that now, we can get him a total. The other stuff you've already entered into an agreement with on the last court dates. I can't do anything about that. But let me see if it's no insurance. See if it's no insurance.
I was part of the Clean Slate program. I was told, and they told me that these tickets didn't affect my license or me going to get my license. They said that the no proof of insurance was the only ticket that affected me getting my license, which is why I paid that ticket. Now I'm back to where I can't get my license. I don't know.
Okay, so the no proof of insurance does abstract to the Secretary of State. Well, it depends on both a civil infraction and a misdemeanor abstracts to the Secretary of State.
That's how we do it properly.
All right, now let's see that no insurance ticket that he has. You can hand me that back.
So no insurance, let's see, drove out on the license.
Is there any no insurance in there? I got failure to display 2 years ago. I have no receipt of registration. I have expired plates and drove out unlicensed. I don't have no insurance for you. Let's see if that registration ticket will abstract to the Secretary.
No registration?
It doesn't? Well, I trust you. I just like.
I paid the no insurance ticket on I got the receipt right here.
That's what the law is all about, right?
Do you want the ticket number?
No, not yet. 3,500.
Mr. Lewis, did you set aside these civil infractions?
There's only really one old civil infraction, Mr. Lewis. The other ones are new. No, I haven't done anything. I don't know what I'm gonna do. All right, so no registration does not abstract. Now, let me go back to his, he's right.
Thank you.
Okay, let me go back to his, so no proof of insurance on SP 100-76102. That was dismissed. You have another no proof of insurance. 31720 that you paid. There's nothing I can do about that.
That's all I was asking, sir.
You know, because well, I don't know. I don't know if there's nothing that would be Mr. Baughman and the city attorney. Maybe they could allow you to set that aside.
It's a civil misdemeanor.
It's a civil infraction. You paid $285 for it, $288 for it. It's a civil infraction. Maybe they can allow you to set that aside. And that's what they're saying is suspending your license until, well, here, let me see.
September 14, 2022. That's 6 months from now.
That's a couple of months from now, 6 months from now. All right.
Dad, did you go to work?
No, I gotta do it on this.
Yep, here it is.
No.
Wait a minute. I don't see that date. I see you should be eligible for a license now. When did you go to the state?
That's what they told me. And then when I went and took the test, she told me this. This was like a couple days ago. I actually went and paid all the fines and went down to the Secretary of State, and they allowed me to take the driver's test. But when I passed, and when it was time for me to pass me my license, she said I couldn't even get a license to 2014, or I couldn't register a car or something. Because of this no proof of insurance, maybe.
That case number I read,
The case number is SP10756762. You didn't read that off.
yeah, that's the one. I don't see why it says your reinstatement date is 1/28/2022. You should be eligible for a license, sir. According to what I just printed this just now. This is from the Secretary of State. You should be eligible for a license. Mr. Bossman, if you can talk with the city attorney, I don't have any problem setting that default aside, and allowing him to plead to maybe something else, and he's already paid the matter. And we can, if that's what's really messing his license up, I don't know if they're getting bad information from there, because according to his license, it says that no proof of insurance ticket number that he read off it should be set aside. It should be done to reinstate. We're past January 28th, 2022 already. We're in February, so that should not. I don't see a September date.
That was the first date I had, which got me going, because I had to wait till after the 28th to do this process.
Yeah. So I don't see where that would help him, but and if it does, if your city attorney will agree to that, I can allow him to plead to a misdemeanor improper plate. We'll dismiss that misdemeanor based on his payment of the $288, and we'll call that a day. And we dismissed already the no driving while unlicensed, and let's do what we said we were going to do with these other tickets. Here, you can enter those into the system now. I put on the top of there the dispositions of them, and then on the civil infractions, and then in any other ticket, let's waive all late fees and reinstatement fees except for that person. He'll pay that $45 reinstatement fee. Let's just waive that one too. Waive that one too, and he'll be done. And then when are you gonna pay the balances on these things?
Right now, today. So I'm trying to see what I was trying to see.
Well, okay, you can pay him today, and then I'll get you a total.
Yeah, I need a total. Put it like that.
I'll get you a total. You can pay him today, or I can put a date on him, whatever you want to do. And you should be clear. Now, what's going to happen is today is Friday. This clearance is you're stuck right now with this driving while license suspended. That's what I know is not allowing you to get a driver's license. You'll pay that reinstatement fee. Well, we're going to waive the reinstatement fee because you're going to pay these civil infractions that you had before off, and then I'm gonna put a date in the system so they don't go late and reinstatement fee again, and then you can pay that off. But we'll waive all these reinstatement fees today, and then you'll be able to in 48 to 72 hours go back to the Secretary of State and see what they say.
Okay.
All right. So let's do that. He's really I'm just dismissing the case that we had pending. I'm waiving the warrant fee and I'm waiving the reinstatement fee for that. And then the other stuff, you'll get a dollar amount on, all right?
Okay.
All right. Let's move on and you can either wait online to see, well, I want a date. Give me a date on that money.
The 20th.
Of 20th of
February.
That's That's on Sunday. I won't be, let's say February 28th.
Yeah, that's
And what I
cool.
want you to do, I'm gonna set this for a review. I want you to be back at 8:25 on February 28th, all right? When
Okay.
you give us a few minutes to enter in what we discussed today. And again, let's let you know, the case that was pending, you have one case pending. That's the driving while license suspended, SP 107-57081. I'm dismissing that ticket. The reason I'm dismissing that ticket is because you have paid related civil infractions that went along with that ticket. And I'm gonna waive the warrant fee and waive the reinstatement fee. I'm accepting your representation that you paid all this money. That's why I'm giving you the relief. I'm going to waive the reinstatement fees and the late fees for, I should have said on that first one, I wrote waive. I said pay reinstatement fee, let's waive the reinstatement fee on that first one too. So he won't owe any reinstatement fees. Waive the late fees and reinstatement fees on the other civil infractions, and I'm gonna, on that operating license not proper, I'm gonna waive that fee. That might be what's missing. That may be what's missing. No, I don't think it's any of that right now. Three, 7, 12. 7, 12. You should be good. But I'm getting you back to what's your original agreement on those tickets. So you don't have to pay any extra late fees or stuff like that. And then I'm going to set this back for review on February 28th, 2022 at 8:25 a.m. I need to see you on that morning. All right, Mr. Greer?
February 28th, 8:25
a.m. Yes, same Zoom and everything. And by that time, you should be able to, I'll be back from Miami and you should have gone to the Secretary of State. I would suggest you wait till about Tuesday to go to Secretary of State once this abstractions hit the Secretary of State.
All right.
All right.
Yep.
All right. If there's nothing further, sir, have a very good rest of the day, and I'll see you back on February 28th, 2022 at 8:25 a.m.
Okay. How soon will I get my new total of the numbers like the
she's doing it now. She's doing it now. So just look online shortly in about 20 minutes or so.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Have a great day, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Let's move on. Who we have? This is Greg. All right. Let's call it cases. This is the city of Detroit versus Althea Griggs, case number SP 1219220, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1219496, counts 1, 2, and 3. Ms. Griggs is not on your docket, Mr. Boffman. I can make sure you get a case number for her. Can you put your appearance on the record, Mr. Boffman? Mr. Boffman?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you put your appearance on the record?
Mary Boffman for the defendant. Ms. Griggs, state your name, please. You're on mute, ma'am. If you touch the icon on the bottom left-hand screen.
Unmute yourself.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Could you state your name, please?
Althea Griggs.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, good morning to you, Ms. Griggs. I appreciate your patience. We have really 5 cases at hand. The offer is to plead to 2 of them and dismiss the other 3. That would be a failure to display a valid driver's license, a $240 fine. That's a misdemeanor that will abstract to the Secretary of State. However, it does not carry any points. I'm pleading to the expired plate. That's a $145 fine. That is a civil infraction that does not abstract to the Secretary of State, and dismissing the other three matters. Ms. Griggs, you have a right to a trial. You have a right to speak with Mr. Baughman so he can help you make an informed decision, or you can take the deal. What would you like to do, ma'am?
I'll take the deal.
You have a driver's license, ma'am?
Yes, I do have a driver's license.
All right, so what was it happening on this date? Why did you get this failure to display if you know?
Why did I do what?
You got a failure to display operator's license on June the 28th, 2021. What was going on there?
I'm not sure. I have a driver's license, so I don't know why I got a ticket for that.
A runner license, please, Ms. Griggs, here. I'll get you another sheet if you need. That one you print out. All right, let's see what you got.
No abstract. I took that into account. He's only going to need to. However. The rest of the teenage. I took that into account.
Young man is we're talking about you, Mr. Lewis. I got an offer for you. I'm hoping that you go get that GED. Boss, I got you checked in now. Who was in classroom, KLC classroom?
Michelle Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Olivia Goss checked in here.
Olivia Goss is checked in. She's been checked in. I just didn't acknowledge her. And Lawrence is here for trial on a disorderly conduct. I don't have an officer for her. We're gonna start bringing those officers out and calling those cases as well. All right, Lawrence, good morning to you. Expired, ma'am. You don't have a driver's license.
Pick it up.
Yeah, give her allowance so she can be able to get a license without any issues.
So the offer is pleading now to allowing. That's a better deal, ma'am. That's a 0-point offense and it does not abstract. And I'm going to dismiss it upon payment of the $240 fine. Then you plead to the expired plates. So that's a total of $385. And we'll close this stuff out. You keep in mind, you still got a right to a trial, and you still have a right to a trial. And you can speak to Mr. Baughman if you need some further clarification. You want?
Okay, I'll speak to him because I'm kind of so you saying you throwing 3 of them out?
Yeah, 3 of them pleading the 2. You won't come out of here with any abstraction if you take the deal, but you also have a right to a trial. Join that room. He'll explain everything to you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, let's pull these officers out of here. Okay. We have, let's get Miss Lawrence. This is the city. Let me get Michelle Lawrence, please. It's at 9 o'clock, the last one on trial, 9 a.m. As C. Gilliam, Constance Gilliam here. And who do you have? Mark Giltz. Nobody showed up.
Yep. Yeah.
Come on. Are you a teacher, Ms. Lawrence?
Paraprofessional,
Peer professional.
para,
And what is that?
basically a teacher assistant.
Okay. Yeah, we don't want this. This is the city of Detroit versus Michelle Rinda Lawrence, case number U611-36621. There's no house counsel. He's in the breakout room. But today is the date and time set for a trial in the matter. Is there an officer? Israel, Ruby, Israel, or R. Israel, badge number 1178, DTS. What's DTS? Anybody know? I don't know answer. All right. Hearing no response, date and time set for a trial 9 a.m. I give the officers a half-hour grace period. It's now 10:04. We're going to dismiss the case, no officer. So you dodged the bullet here, ma'am. I'm sure this is what implications on job and everything for what it amounts to, kind of some nonsense, probably.
Actually,
right.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you.
I mean, I don't know, just reading it, and it's not something, you don't have to say anything. Go ahead. You want to talk? Go ahead. It's over with now. It's dismissed.
I'm good.
All right.
Thank you.
If there's nothing further, Ms. Lawrence, have a great day.
Thank you. You too.
All right. I just called Ms. Lawrence's case. Let's while she's here, Ms. Lawrence, hold on. Let's put your appearance on the record. This is Michelle Lawrence, case number U611-36621. It's date time set for a trial. Just put your appearance on the record, Mr. Baughman.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Harry Boffman on behalf of the defendant. Ms. Lawrence, would you announce your name for the court, please?
Michelle Lawrence.
Thank you.
And was this today at the time, my policy is give the officers a half-hour grace period. It was set for 9 a.m. It's now 10:05. I called the officer, Mr. Israel, and he, I didn't see him in the room or anything like that. So essentially, we dismissed, but you can make your motion, Council.
Move to dismiss without prejudice for lack of a complaining witness, Your Honor. The defendant is here continuing a not guilty plea and prepared for trial.
All right, very well. Case dismissed. All right, Ms. Lawrence, have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
All right, let's get Ms. Griggs out, and then we'll get these officers out, and then we'll go back to Mr. Lewis. All right, we're back on the record. Ms. Althea Griggs. I've given you an opportunity, ma'am, to speak with Mr. Baughman in the breakout room. Mr. Baughman, what does your client want to do?
She's going to waive rights here and now, plead guilty pursuant to the recommendation. Excuse me, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, is that the case, Ms. Griggs?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand everything that's going on?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, now, can you raise your right hand, please? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
All right, ma'am, you understand that the maximum possible penalty for the misdemeanors are 93 days in jail and $500 in fine?
The last part of it, hear you, amount.
The maximum possible penalty is 93 days in jail and or $500 in fine.
Yes.
You understand that you have a right to a trial?
Yes.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that trial right?
Yes, I do.
Ma'am, has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, Your Honor.
I have career stuff. Did you enter into the computer on that?
Yes, sir. This is Greer.
Yeah, it's already entered, that's the file, that's the spot.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You understand you have a right to a trial, ma'am?
Yes.
You understand by taking this offer, you're gonna give up that trial right?
Yes, I do.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, Your Honor.
All right, let me draw your attention back to June 28th, 2021 at around 9:55 a.m. in the area of 7 Mile and Evergreen, ma'am. Did you have an occasion on that day to be in the city of Detroit? Did you have an occasion on that day to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes.
On that day, did that officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
I always carry my license, so I don't know what happened. I thought I gave him my license. The times I've gotten pulled over for these offenses, I had my license with me, so I don't know what.
Well, it's not, it just is really, it's a yes or no question. We'll get to the specific. Did he ask you to produce a valid driver's license?
Yes.
All right, and then you couldn't do that, could you?
Apparently not.
And that's because you now know your license was suspended was expired at the time?
I didn't know they were expired at the time.
You did not know they were expired. Let's see. Do you know your license is expired now?
No, I didn't.
Okay, looking at her driving record, her license was suspended from a ticket out in Hazel Park for just impeding traffic, a ticket that you must not have paid in Hazel Park, which resulted in a suspension effective 12/15/2021, and it was reinstated 10/1/2020. No, strike that, 12/15/2020, and it was reinstated 10/1/2021. The date and time of this offense was June 28th, 2021, Counselor, which would have encompassed that at that time, Ms. Griggs' license would have been suspended.
Sure, so based on that information, I would stipulate to that in fact, she didn't have a valid license for the purpose of the plea here and now, okay?
And just to let you know, ma'am, your license is currently expired. You should be able to go to the kiosk and or the Secretary of State and renew your driver's license. These tickets should not affect that.
Okay,
Now, if you don't pay them, it's gonna affect it.
okay,
I'm gonna find you guilty of the amended count of allowing an unlicensed driver to drive. That's $240 fine. I said I would dismiss that upon payment. That is a misdemeanor, but it does not abstract to the Secretary of State, so therefore it does not carry any points. And it will be dismissed as long as you satisfy paying what you need to pay. Also, ma'am, were you on that date and time operating a 2004 Ford?
I'm sorry, repeat that?
Were you operating a 2004 Ford on that date and time?
Yes.
And was there something wrong with the plates on that vehicle, ma'am?
The plates were expired.
All right, I'm gonna find you responsible for expired plates. That's another $145 fine. With stipulation of probable cause, Counselor, I'm gonna dismiss the other matter.
Thank you, Your Honor, so stipulated.
When can you pay, ma'am?
I'm on fixed income. I can't pay until next month.
Listen, give me a realistic date. Give me a date. I'm putting it on you.
March.
It's $385, and as long as you give me a date and make sure you meet that date, or come back to court if you haven't met that date, then we can work with it.
So you're asking about the $385 when I could pay that?
Yes.
I could pay it anytime after March the 3rd.
All right, I'm on March the 14th.
Okay.
2022. Pay by. I'm gonna set it for a review at 8:25 a.m. If you want to, you could show back up. If you haven't paid it, you have to show back up.
Okay.
But if you paid it, you can show back up and make sure that we close these out like I say we are.
Okay.
But I'm gonna see to it that I do what we're supposed to do, but you're more than welcome to come back on that date. But if you don't pay it, you have to come back on that date, all right?
Okay, so you're saying come back on the 14th of March?
March at 8:25 a.m.
8:25 a.m. Okay.
All right, have a great day, ma'am.
Thank you, you too.
All right, let's get these officers out of here, and then let's get Mr. Lewis on his way. All right, do we have a Constance Gilliam? Constance Gilliam. All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Constance Gilliam. Case numbers SP 1113352, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1187552, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1231699, counts 1 and counts 3. SP 1231705, SX 3725859, SP 1113417, SP 1113461, 144640661, SP 1112438, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1187554, SP 4727871. Appearance for the record, please.
Harry Baughman for the defendant. Ms. Gilliam, state your name, please.
I don't think she's here. All right.
Constance Gilliam, are you in the meeting?
Hearing no response, officers, who's ever on Gilliam, can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. This is Officer Dolboski, badge 4916.
All right, who else is on Gilliam?
Corporal Jamie McCree, badge 2865, Traffic Enforcement Unit.
All right, I wrote that you officers appear. Hearing no response, I'm sure you don't have an explanation of where Ms. Gilliam is. We're gonna issue a show cause notice.
That's correct, Your Honor. I don't have any explanation as to her absence and non-appearance here today.
We're gonna see if we can locate her. All right, thank you, officers and corporal. Be safe out there. We'll see you next time. All
Thank you, Your
right,
Honor.
let's call the case of Mark Gilks. This is the City of Detroit versus Mark Anthony Gilks, case number SP 11991321, SP 11986881, and SP 9802801. Appearance for the record, please.
Harry Baughman for the defendant. Sir, state your name. Are you in the meeting, sir?
All right. Corporal Holt, good morning to you. Good to see you. Can you put your appearance on the record?
Yes, Corporal Kenneth Hope, badge 444, Detroit Police 12th Precinct Station.
All right. I'm sure you don't have any reason for your client's non-appearance, Mr. Baughman. I'm going to issue a show cause in the matter, and we will see if we can locate him.
Understood, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, Corporal Hope, have a great day, sir. Be safe out there.
Thank you.
Your Honor, what was the name on this particular case?
It's right at the top, Mark Anthony Gilks at 9 a.m. Gilkes.
Thank you.
All right, let's go back on the record with Mr. Lewis. This is back on the record with Mr. Daquan Deshaun Lewis. You know, Mr. Lewis, the city attorney has obviously probably listened a little bit to our conversation, and it appears that he too believes that you are trying to get a lot of stuff and put it behind you. He gave an offer, Mr. Baughman, of pleading to a failure to display a valid driver's license, a $240 fine, an improper plate, a $240 fine, and dismissing the rest of the pending cases. Except for the EWAP ticket, he's not in position to dismiss that ticket, but that ticket is a 2012 ticket. So I'll entertain a motion on that.
Understood.
And we have, what he has is he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 civil infractions. And what I will do for him on those civil infractions is I will reduce the cost of those tickets down to the original cost of the ticket, and I will waive the reinstatement fee.
Understood.
Where are you working, Mr. Lewis?
I work for this company called JP Bill.
And how much are you
It's a
making an
trucking-
hour?
$15 an hour.
How many hours a week do you work?
40.
It's a full-time job then, huh?
Yeah. And I took 1,200 to the 36th court. And he said it was cover all my tickets.
I'm gonna try to see if he has any bonds on any of these tickets. That 1,200 was the bond.
It was towards the bond.
He's got 200 on there. It sounds like you are turning yourself around, sir. You 200, that's 400. That's 600, 800, 1,000. Well, 1,000 so far. See if we can find that other 200. $1,200. He's got sitting here, Mr. Bob. So what I'm gonna do is I will get him down to the original cost of those civil infraction tickets. I'll waive the late fee and the reinstatement fee on those. He can enter into this agreement to pay it'll be $480 today. I'll waive all the warrant fees. I'll hold him responsible for the reinstatement fees. We'll see how far that $1,200 gets him. And then we can go from there. And then he'll have, so he's well on his way to getting a license. I certainly would, it would make my year, sir, if you went and got a GED. It would.
Oh yeah, that's my next step, sir. I mean, Your Honor, that's my next step.
Good time to do that. You could get it done online.
Yeah, my next step.
Best of luck working with that.
What type of student were you in school, sir?
I was a good student. It was just I was around the wrong peers. I was an honor roll student once upon a time.
And where's your mom? And do you have a mother and father?
Yeah, my mom, she's around. Father, he's around.
You have family support? It's really no reason, except for what you said, isn't it? You're not blaming anybody for any of your indiscretions. You're taking full responsibility, and you're in here taking this stuff. So do you need to speak with Mr. Baughman that relates to this offer? He has a right to a trial, of course. I can put you in a breakout room briefly and you can speak with him if you need to. Let's do that. Speak with him, Mr. Baughman.
Hey, Your Honor. I'm in room 2.
All right, Mr. Lewis, I'm gonna put you in a breakout room, okay?
Okay.
Are you on that 442 number?
442-3654.
And tell him it's Mr. Lewis. I'm not really a stickler, but it's yes and no, all right?
Understood.
All right, and that's just to keep him professional, because he's gonna be moving up in the world and stuff like that, and he's got to, instead of and all that, and then we can't transcribe and All right, join the room.
Okay.
Take care of that. All right. Please.
I wanted to tell you, you may not have a report, but a broken picture we got.
I know. What is
Mr. Lewis is on the phone. Would you be so kind as to bring him out of the breakout room? He's ready to enter that.
Wait.
Fuck this one. Is you with?
Yeah.
Or you was already in here?
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Y'all gotta mute yourself.
What you mean, why? So you don't remember what that means?
All right, let's see, all right, Mr. Lewis, I've given you an opportunity to speak with, the defense counsel in the breakout room. What does your client want to do, Mr. Baughman?
He's waiving rights. He's pleading guilty pursuant to the recommendation, Your Honor. Thank you. We ask that his bond be applied to his outstanding fees and reinstatement.
All right, do I understand that correctly, Mr. Lewis?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, can you raise your right hand, please, sir? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you can put your hand down, sir. Sir, do you understand that the maximum possible penalty for these misdemeanor offenses are 93 days in jail and or $500 in fines?
Yes, sir.
You understand that you have a right to a trial?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand by taking this offer, you're going to give up that trial right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anybody offered you anything other than what's been stated in the record?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so I'm going to draw your attention back to February 27th, 2021 at around 3:46 p.m., sir, in the city of Detroit, in the area of Hoover and Sauer Street, sir. Did you have an occasion on that day to be pulled over by a Detroit police officer?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did that officer ask you to produce a valid driver's license, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You couldn't do so, could you?
No,
Why is that?
but I never had a license.
Okay, very well. I'm going to accept your plea as charged to failure to display a valid driver's license. I'm going to fine you $240 for that. Sir, let me draw your attention to March the 31st, 2021 at around 5:10 p.m. Let's, Mr. Goss.
Yes, Your Honor.
Would you be opposed to offering this young man, allowing for this? He's never had a driver's license. He's got $1,200 in bond money, and it appears that he is really trying to get this driver's license. He's gonna have to probably come up with some more money because he's got a lot of reinstatement fees to pay, despite the very good offer that you gave him. But it seems like he's gonna have to come up with some more money. But that abstraction for that failure to display may or may not penalize him, but that's just.
What's the matter?
That,
what is the defendant's name, Your Honor? What's the defendant's name?
That's Lewis, Daquan Deshaun Lewis.
Well, that's fine, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna amend this to allowing. And I'm doing this for you, sir, and the city attorney, like I said, we believe in you. We believe in you. You sound like you believe in yourself. You sound, and you sound like you really are going to do the things you said you're going to do. As a matter of fact, you're here today, and you know, so that's going to be an allowing. I'm going to dismiss that upon the payment of $240. So you're really coming out here with no misdemeanor record as it relates to these cases if you satisfy the payments on these things. I'm going to draw your attention to March the 31st, 2021 at around 5:10 p.m. in the city of Detroit in the area of Warren and Kirby Street, sir. Did you have an occasion to be pulled over by Detroit police on that day?
Yes.
Were you operating a 2009 Chrysler?
Yes, Your Honor.
And was there something wrong with the plates on that Chrysler?
Yes.
All right, what was wrong with them?
They wasn't real. It was a sticker.
All right. So I'm gonna accept your plea to as charged improper plates. I'm gonna fine you $240 for that. That is a 0.9 abstractable misdemeanor, as is the allowing, but I'm gonna dismiss those upon payment of $240 for that. With the stipulation of probable cause, I'm gonna dismiss all the other matters that are pending.
Thank you, Your Honor. So stated.
All right, and I'm gonna waive the warrant fees for those matters that I just dismissed. I'm gonna hold you responsible for the reinstatement fees. Also, I'm gonna waive the warrant or waive the late and reinstatement fees for any civil infraction that you had. Get you the cost of the original ticket.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And sir, when can you pay?
What's my total at?
Well, here's the deal. Here's the deal. You're gonna be required to get your own total. Let me get that summary out of there. please.
Oh, sorry.
That's right. And you're gonna be trying to get your own total. You have $1,200 sitting here. What I would suggest that you do is you come down to the court and you ask them to apply that whole $1,200 bond to all of your matters. And then they can give you a total of what's left. I can give you a date to come back. And on that date to come back, I expect you to have all of that stuff done and everything paid off. So whatever that dollar amount is, whether it's $500 more, or I can't imagine it being too much more, but I would say $500 more or something like that. Whatever that total is, well, let's see, 240 is 480. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's $500 in reinstatement fees. That's $980. Then you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's just say at least $500 more, probably a little bit more than that. You would have all this stuff closed out and taken care of.
Okay. So I need a date.
Yeah, give me a date. You can have all that stuff done.
The 24th of February.
So he's really trying to get this stuff done. I'm gonna say February. I want to have you back on February 28th, 2022 for a review. We're gonna enter all this stuff in the computer, and this afternoon, if you can get down here, that would help. You should need to tell them to pay off the 2 cases that you entered into today and see if they can put the rest toward the reinstatement fees. But however you do that, you say you'll have it next week. So it'll start the reinstatement, the abstractions will start going off of there soon. I'm going to require you to come back February 28th, 2022 for a review at 8:25 a.m. And are you a registered voter, sir?
Yes.
All right. Yes. I want to show proof that you're a registered voter.
Okay.
And I want you to come back on February 28th, and I want you to at least inquire and give me some information about that GED. And when I mean information, I want to know I want you to research where you can get that GED. I want to know the online site, and I want you to inquire about that. All right.
Okay.
And I'm going to ask you questions, and I'm going to look it up on the computer and all of that stuff too, so I know that you did what I asked you to do. All right.
Okay.
All right. You understand everything that's expected of you, sir?
Yes.
All right. So
Excuse me, Your Honor.
Yes.
I just wanted to talk to Mr. Lewis just a minute, because some of those violations were children without being in a child restraint. And I just want him to understand that it's very important that children under 4 years old should be in a child restraint in a vehicle.
Very important. Very important. You understand that, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
You know, if those kids aren't restrained in anybody in the back seats, because people wonder, why do I have to put my seatbelt on in the back seat? You become an instant projectile if that car has to stop, and you get thrown and knock people in the front seat and fly through the window yourself. So you become an instant projectile. That's why it's so important. Oh, we need to deal with this U ticket, U888-25612.
Can we set that for trial, Your Honor? That's from 2012. Actually, I'll make a motion here to dismiss for in the interest of justice based on the age of the ticket.
All right, age of ticket. I'm going to dismiss. I kind of think that Mr. Lewis, like he said, hanging around some knuckleheads and being a knucklehead himself, he was probably a teenager when he got this ticket.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna dismiss the matter. So we've done everything we're gonna do for you, sir. Now it's on you. All right?
Okay, I appreciate it. Yes.
All right, I'll see you back on February 28th, and then and we'll see where we're at that point, all right?
Okay, thank you.
All right, have a good day, sir.
You too.
Let's call Mr. Charlie Gatson. Are you there, sir? Just unmute yourself if you're there. All right, let's move on to Olivia Goss.
We're ready.
I'm here.
Where are you, ma'am?
I am at home. I work from home.
All right, we need to see you.
Oh, okay.
Good morning.
All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, this is the city of Detroit versus Olivia Gaston, Janae Goss, I'm sorry.
Goss,
Olivia
yeah.
Janae Goss. This is case number SP 1198505, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Harry Bachman for the defendant. Ms. Goss, state your name, please.
Olivia Goss.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Goss, 21, 22, not even 22 years old yet. And there's an allegation of you've been in front of me before too.
Yeah, I have. And you tried to put me in jail.
Why did I try to put you in jail?
Because I was late.
I wasn't gonna put you in jail because you were late. I was
You
probably
wasn't,
just.
but you told me that you was gonna put me in jail.
I was probably just joking with you, man. But I can put you in jail for this open intox driver, which when I see these tickets, I say that it's lucky that they could have probably potentially wrote you for a OWI.
Unfortunately, that wasn't me.
Don't say anything and don't. I'm not asking for you to, you said it's not you? Is that what you said?
No, it wasn't me. No, I didn't get that ticket.
You didn't get the ticket, open alcohol and a motor vehicle driver?
No, I was in Atlanta.
All right, trial date.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Trial, April the 5th, 2022 at 9 a.m. I suggest, ma'am, that you get some information. If you say, first of all, it wasn't you, and
That's what you
secondly,
told me my last court date. You told me to bring the information to this court date. Well, we had a court date in January, but I missed. Well, it got pushed back to February. So they told. I mean,
missed it.
the last.
Did you miss
I missed it? No, they told me they pushed it back.
I don't know why or how. Today is the date and time set for a show cause. So you missed at least one date. Let's see what happened here. So did you bring that information today?
I could not locate the flight tickets because I don't work for Delta anymore due to the ticket that's on my record. So I won't be able to access it. I will have to contact them in order to get it. Because when I was looking for it, I think I had sent it to the email, but I would need the email again so I can check and make sure I sent it to you guys. But like I said, I don't work at Delta anymore. So I can't access my credentials in order to.
You lost that good job. You were flying all over the world for free.
Yeah, my sister got a ticket in my name, and they took it. That I couldn't do it anymore.
And Delta, what were you, a flight attendant?
I was a ramp agent. I've been working for Delta since I was 16.
You said what?
I've been working for Delta since I was 16. I was working as a ramp agent.
So why can't you go get your job back once you show them proof that those things weren't you?
I can. That's why I'm here today, so that I can get my job back.
So she was scheduled for a trial
Understood.
on 8/23/2021 at 9 a.m. It says here, removed from calendar, scheduled for a show cause because defendant failed to appear.
I didn't get that. And you know what? They're not sending it to my house, actually. They're not sending it to my house. They're sending it to my sister's house because it's in her car. So whatever license plate, y'all send it to that house. So they sending it to her house. They're not sending it to mine. So I'm not getting the court date. I literally have to call.
Let me stop. Slow down. Slow down, all right? I have an address on here, Ashton Avenue. What about that? Whose address is that?
My father's address. I live at 129. Oh well.
You don't have to put it all out there.
Yeah,
You can put it
yeah.
in the chat. You can put it in the chat, but the thing of the matter is that it's your obligation to go to the Secretary of State and to change your address when you move.
Right. Well, actually, I do have an address change. I got an address change. I don't know why it's still sitting there, and then I have a new ID as well. But the address on my ID.
Slow down, man.
It's lagging. That's it.
Slow down. Put your information in the chat. Put your address in the chat. We can update our address right now, okay?
Yes, sir.
To Harry Bothman.
No, to me, to 36 District Court, 434. I keep muting that number that's.
You want my ID number?
No, I don't need your ID number. I need your
address.
I sent it to WCC2.
Yeah,
I
got it.
Okay.
I got it. And then what is the zip code over there?
48223.
48223.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I have I'm gonna put that a change of address in there. We're gonna schedule a trial date for April 5th, 2022. Don't rely on the mail. Rely on getting the ink pen out right now and writing that date down. So you don't make any excuses for not being here next time.
So I had to do this again?
Yes.
Okay, what day did you say?
April the 5th, 2020. Let's get her a quicker date than that. If she's got to get her job back. Let's try
Exactly.
to get her.
I just had a baby. She was 3 months old. And that was like my lifestyle. So can I please get us one today?
I'm gonna hook you up, but you got to show up now. And don't keep giving excuses. You could have got this done in August, but you didn't show up. 3 weeks.
I was pregnant, so. Oh, get that out of here. Get that.
It would serve you well to get that flight information in the meantime.
I will.
You can do it March 7th.
March the 7th, 2022, 9 a.m. trial. Okay? Congratulations on your newborn baby. Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a girl.
Congratulations. We'll
Thank
get you back
you.
in here. Bring that information that should help
Look at that, Mom.
on that date. March the 7th, 2022 at 9 a.m. We're gonna set it for trial and we'll get a resolution on that date, all right?
Your Honor,
Okay, thank you.
before we release Ms. Goss, I just sent a chat to Mr. Dante Goss regarding something that I'm noticing about the case. I'm sending you a similar chat right now, hoping that we maybe could get a resolution based on what I'm seeing as a defect in the information. And I've sent a request to Mr. Goss.
Well, I have an original ticket here.
Oh, okay. I don't have that.
That is,
Mr. Goss?
Mr. Goss is the city attorney. He happens to have the same last name as you do.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm a girl.
Right, I see that.
I have Zelensky as the officer on the ticket, so.
So we'll take the trial date, please, and thank
March 7th, 2022. Good try, Mr. Bachman.
you.
We'll see you back, ma'am. Good luck to you, okay?
Okay, I have a question. One more thing before I leave, please.
All right.
Are you able to contact other district courts? Like Dearborn and stuff like that?
I'm able to do some things. Why? Do you have other tickets in other jurisdictions?
So I have a warrant for a parking ticket.
You need to contact them.
The only thing is with that, I'm not able to come in and like try to pay for it. And I don't get mail for them either. But I can't go in and pay for it. I work from home. I'm a single mom. I have a 3-month-old. I have her 24/7.
Listen. You're 21 years old.
Exactly.
You're grown.
I'm a grown woman. I'm able to handle everything.
Wait a minute. Miss Goss.
Yes.
You're grown enough to have kids. So you're not gonna you can't just sit back and be having people doing things for you and expect those things to happen. You gotta, wait a minute. You talk too much. Let's look at me. You are going, you say that you have a parking ticket that you pay money, that you owe money on. There she about to talk again.
I'm not talking.
You were about to say something. That mouth came open and the words just didn't get out yet. Listen to me. You say you have a parking ticket in another jurisdiction. Run her driver's license, please. Ms. Goss. You say you have a parking ticket in another jurisdiction. There's online payments. There's many different ways to get around. You can't tell me that you don't have somebody that can take you and you can bring your child with you.
I do.
Or watch your child for a minute to go tackle some of this stuff.
I do.
You cannot convince me otherwise. You say you've been working since you were 16.
Yes.
So obviously you know about responsibility. You were able to get up, get to work, make it all the way out to the airport at 16.
Yes.
All right. So let's not make excuses. Let's get things done for yourself and your young baby. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if there's something I can do to help you, call the court. We'll see if we can help you. You need
Yes,
to be
that's what I'm
yourself.
asking. Can you ask him to schedule me a court date?
I can't, no, I'm not gonna
Oh
do that.
my God. Okay, thank you.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Excuse me, Your Honor, before we proceed, this is Gaston. I had my phone muted.
All right. I got you, Mr.
Almost had a
Goss.
panic attack. Thank you.
All right. All right, Mr. Goss. You don't have to run it now. All right. This is the city of Detroit. Well, this is gonna take a lot of time.
I need surgery, you need your surgery coat.
Uh-huh.
You need your surgery coat and your gloves.
Yes, this is deep surgery right
Deep
here.
surgery.
It's not funny. It's not funny. It's not. How old are you, Mr. Gaston? You my age.
I'm 48 years old.
48 years old. I stopped getting my driver's license and stuff suspended in 20s.
Oh no, it's not funny. Oh no.
It's not. It's not. All right. I don't. Let's see, Gaston. He has. It's really no sense in us calling this right now. Mr. Goss, please come down here and let's. I'm gonna print these ROAs out. Let's get this offer for him. So we can start. We'll start that way. Let me start printing.
May I ask the defendant, Mr. Gaston, to give me his first name and middle initial, please?
Charlie. No middle initial.
Understood. Are you the fourth?
Yeah, he's the fourth.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
I know it's some other Gastons, the third, junior, and senior. But I told this boy, I don't know what they've been trying to tell you, haven't they?
You say you know the second and the senior.
Some of them, it's one of them in the line of Gastons that has tried to say something to somebody, right? Or left a legacy that's not befitting of this, right?
I'm hearing I'm not hearing the echo. Let me get you. Okay, I had to take you off speakerphone. I thought you heard me better. Okay, I'm here, Your Honor. You asked me a question. Could you repeat?
There's somebody in the line of those Gastons that is not befitting of this. That you're smearing that name.
Yeah.
It is. I gotta be. I'm running out of ink and paper.
Yeah, it's some work need to be done.
Is this Charles Gaston?
This is Charlie.
Charlie Gaston?
Yeah, the fourth.
Okay. He has to take the driver's license. He has a reckless on here.
Oh, all right. So to start off, they want you to take the Michigan defensive driving class. Reckless.
Yeah. Yes.
Reckless driving. That's a 6-point offense. That's if you got found guilty as charged, that's a 6-point offense. That's a mandatory 90-day suspension. And 6 points on your driver's license, and
You never go away.
thereafter a restricted license. What year is that? Reckless. Ken wrote some of these tickets.
Yeah, this is
He might want He might want to speak to Mr. Bob. Let's do this.
But you know what, he still need to. This is
I mean, not necessarily. I mean, I'm not gonna. You can give him the option, and you can base your recommendation contingent on that or not. But he's born on your birthday. You and him got the same birthday.
Oh, he just a year young.
No, he's the same age.
No.
72.
Oh, so he said he was 48.
11-1,
No,
72.
48. Yeah.
You don't know how old he is.
Right, he's
You
49.
done messed up. Yeah, you 49.
I'm sorry.
That's
You
what
said, this is. He said he don't know it. You're exactly right. I don't know how old I am.
He's been lying.
Oh my God.
So long.
You don't even know how old he is. That's what I'm looking at you.
I sound like my mother.
He's been lying to them girls. I'm 30.
I'm sorry.
So
I
many
deserve
different things about his age that he doesn't even know.
I deserve it. I deserve it.
And that's you were born on the 1st of November, right?
No, I'm the second.
Oh, the 2nd, yeah, because you're on my day. I'm the 2nd of October, 72.
Oh, he a day older.
And then I came along, then here comes Mr. Gaston.
I'm glad y'all can't see my face.
Oh, man, we're gonna see your face next time, because I'm gonna make sure you zoom in.
I'll do whatever it takes to get this resolved.
Your hands sore, you know?
Hands sore. Gotta get a new printer, ink and everything.
And paper.
I don't want her, Miss Brandy, to run that driver's license, because that'll be another book, a novel.
Gigahertz.
Let's do this. Let's call the cases. And only thing I can say, he's got this reckless driving on here from way back in 06. That's the most serious offense. Let's call the cases. This is the City of Detroit versus Charlie Gaston. And this is case number SP 364898, counts 1 and counts 2.
Good morning, Henry Boffin for the defendant.
Got a long way to go, Mr. Boffman, before you start there.
Okay. Can we waive a formal reading of all the informations and complaints? Stand mute.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got to enter the ticket numbers into in there, don't we?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, let's start over. This is City of Detroit versus Charlie Gaston. Case numbers SP 364898, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 827777, counts 1 and counts 2. 82777781. SX 3669726, counts 1, 2, and 3. 144069 18464177, counts 1 and 2. 1846479, counts 1, 2, and 3. 0532417. 1624899131. 16248941. 17363230. 17363231, counts 1 and count 2. 18340527. 18340528, counts 1, 2, and 3. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Harry Boffin for the defendant. Sir, would you state your full name for the record?
Charlie Gaston, the court.
All right, Mr. Gaston, I don't, what I'm gonna do, I called the civil infractions that were in default only to not set the defaults aside, but I will give him some relief on those civil infractions. I'll waive the warrant fees and I will waive the reinstatement fees to all the civil fractions that are in default. I don't think he has any newer ones that I would be entertaining a motion to set aside. These are all very old. And we'll leave them, well, let's see. Yeah, these are all very old, so we'll allow him the relief. We'll allow him to waive those fees and get them back to the original cost of the ticket. He has some old cases, a lot of them more older cases than newer cases. I don't know if your client wants to set a trial date. He's got the reckless driving. I know any offer, probably the lowest the city attorney is going to go on the offer for the reckless driving is going to be drag racing, and that's going to be a 4-point offense on his driver's license. And unfortunately, that would be a 4-point offense now, even though the allegation was made back in 2006. It's going to be based upon when the abstraction was entered into the computer. So unlike the civil infraction where the default judgment, for a red light ticket or some similar movement violation, that abstraction would be entered upon default, and then you just can pay that ticket 3 or 4 years later, and you don't have to worry about the points. This ticket would not do that. This ticket would be, it's pending, and until it's an abstraction of some sort, that's when the Secretary of State does what they do. So I can give you an opportunity to speak with Mr. Gaston in a breakout room.
Yes, Your Honor.
Talk to him about it and see what he wants to do. All right. What I'll do is I will let him pay his reinstatement fees up front. That way he can potentially go get a driver's license while during the pendency of this case, if he wants to take a trial date, or I can get Mr. Goss to give him an offer.
Understood.
Excuse me, Your Honor. Are we on the record?
We're on the record.
Dante Goss on behalf of the city of Detroit. The offer, if he takes the class, even though it's an old ticket, I still want him to take the class, but I will definitely
Be swayed. Right. Understood.
Offer if he takes the class, especially as old as these tickets are, that I think you probably do need a refresher anyway, becoming a licensed driver. So I just want to put that out there. I'll be very favorable to him.
What I want, and like I say,
I agree.
What I'm looking for is when you want somebody to take the class, I'm looking for an offer. So this individual can say, all right, I'll do it. That's good enough for me to take the class, or hey, I don't want to do it. I'll just take whatever punishment that you have. I think that they need to know whether, and we've talked about this, I think they need to know what the class is actually going to give for them. Hold on, let me speak to him, because he's got, a class is not really going to help him right now. No, don't put it this way. Anything substantive can help Mr. Gaston. Because do I believe that he needs to learn some rules of the road? Of course I do. But is that going to help for some of these unregistered, untitled, no insurance, and they're old? I don't know. He may do better setting it for trial. I'm going to let you speak with him in the breakout room, and then we'll go from there. All right?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll be
he's gonna formulate some sort of offer, I guess. He's looking at the file now, Mr. Goss is, and we'll figure it out. So join the room.
We understand. I'm in room 2.
He's in there.
Okay.
All right, let's move on.
Killing me here. The driving class, this guy is 50 years old. The driving class is when we get to somebody that really wants to. Hang on.
You know, who's next? LaShawn Greer is next. Let's get, you gotta push that cord, that big cord into the bottom right there. Push it in, it sometimes comes. All right, let's call the case. This is the city of Detroit versus LaShawn Montrese Greer. Case number SP 121-58021 and SP 121-59841. Appearance for the record, please.
Hello, this is LaShawn.
Yeah, well, you haven't paid, sir. Put your appearance on the record, Mr. Bachman, if you're there. He's not there. You haven't paid. And this goes all the way back to November the 12th, 2021.
Your Honor, can I speak?
Yeah.
I did pay some money on the ticket. I wasn't able to pay all of it.
But let me tell you what my father always said. You got a work jacket on there. People buy what they want and beg for what they need. Hey, Mr. Greer, it is, you're working, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Look at it this way. This ticket goes back to November. That's 1, 2, 3 months at least ago. And you paid $120. You have more than $120 come across that table in that 3 months, haven't you?
Yes, Your Honor. It's $240.
Yes, one is $240 that you paid $120 on, and the other one's $175.
Yep, and I paid $120 on both of them.
I only see you paid $120 on one of them.
I got the receipt.
Well, you need to come down here and let's see which other one. Let me see the other ones on that day. Okay. No, that one was dismissed. That one was dismissed. That one was dismissed. You got a good deal. I only see you paid on one. So you better come down here and talk to the counter and bring your receipt out. You got a receipt for it?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
You need to come down. How much more time do you need, sir? Let's get this file here, Sean.
Something real fast, Sean.
Yeah.
All right, so my job, they use Chronos, and Chronos was hacked. So they started by them not being able to, our time and stuff, our clock in and clock out time, they was just using the closest check that they had, like they could still see. And so they was using that check for everybody that worked for them at my job. And so a lot of us were getting paid not what we were working, not getting the hours that we was working. We was just getting paid the check that came before the hack went down. The nationwide hack went down.
Now, let me ask you this. Did they ever correct it?
They just not correct. They ain't correct the hack. They did something to the system. So once they did something to the system, everything they gradually getting everything together. So all of us ain't even getting our money yet. Right now I was supposed to have like 48 hours that was supposed to come to me, and they couldn't even do that. I had been up at work until like about 9 o'clock, because I get off at 7, and trying to talk to them about and telling them how important it was that I had my money.
Oh, I believe, I'm not, listen. Listen, I'm gonna give you some more time to pay this, sir. I'm not gonna try to put you back in a worse situation than when you started, or let this stuff compile on. You showed up. That's the most important thing. And you gave a valid reasoning for the inability to pay. One thing, I hope that you get that straight. I hope you've been keeping your hours and have a documentation for them to prove to them that, because it sounds like to me they're going to try to get as least as they possibly can to settle this stuff up. And if people don't have their documentation, then it's going to be tough for them to prove that they actually work the hours that they're saying they work, as opposed to what the company's saying they work. But that's something that is going to be something that I hope that you kept good records for. So what, how much time do you need to start? You got $2.95. I can let you do some community service if you want to, $20 an hour work, and you can work it off with community service if you want to. But, or if you just want to pay it, you can pay it. Just give me a date.
Your Honor. All right, so I go to work I have to be at work at 7 and get off at 7, and the children, they got to be to school at 8. I got 3 different schools they go that I have to take them to. And my wife, she has to be at work at 7. So I'm constantly I'm busy.
Listen, I know what you're going through. Before I sat here in this seat just in May, I worked at Ford Motor Company. I worked 7 hours. I worked 12 hours, 7 days a week, and I've done that for years. I understand that. I'm just asking you. I just gave you I gave you some options, and if you can take whichever option you want to take, but if you just want to pay, give me a realistic date that you can pay, and then we can close it out. I'm giving you the opportunity to give a realistic date. I can pass it, and we can let you think about it, or whatever you want to do. Give me a realistic date.
By the 28th of February.
Of this month?
Yeah. I have the money by the end of this month.
He got money in it. He's sitting on stacks. Do you want, is it 28? I'll give you longer than that, sir, if you want. Just give me a date.
I don't want to
Just give
seem
me a
like I
realistic date.
don't want to say whatever that you can do for me, Your Honor, will be fine.
No, you listen, Mr. Greer.
Okay, well, all right. Well, can I get?
Stop. I'm putting the ball all the way in your court. I'm telling you, give me a realistic date. Now, if you tell me next year sometime, I'm gonna tell you absolutely not. But if you say, Judge, you've already explained your situation. I've already accepted that as true that they messed up your money, and I feel sorry for that. But I'm saying, if you said, Judge, I need 60 days, okay, we're gonna give you 60 days.
Okay. Thank you.
Is that what you want?
60 days. Can I get 60 days, Your Honor?
There you go. Man, that's all we're asking for. You're making things a little more complicated than it is. All right.
Excuse me.
April the 12th, 2022 at 8:25 a.m. That's going to be a review date. If you haven't paid before then, you don't have to show back up. We'll close everything out. If you don't have it paid, then you'll either show back up and we'll talk about it again and see where you're at. And I'm gonna really give you some stuff, but we'll talk about it again, or it'll go into warrant status and late fees and suspend license and all that stuff. All right.
All right, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. I hope you get that money stuff straightened out, because I feel for you on that. You know, nobody wants to work for free, and by no fault of your own, that stuff has happened. So I really do. Good luck to you, and I may or may not see you back on April the 12th, 2022. Hey, are you a registered voter, sir?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right. I hope you get involved in the process, sir. Or if you're not already, if you don't make your vote, only 18% of registered voters in the city of Detroit voted in the last election. And we are losing representation and you know, this is one thing I'll say. We're a union town here. And I was talking to my wife the other day. She works out at TSA, and she's doing interviews for people. So this one young lady, she comes in and she's working hard. She got put out of her place and stuff like that. And my wife was glad that they were able to give her the job because she passed the interview process. She says, I work here, I work there. Last place she worked was at Amazon, and she said she had to quit Amazon because she has 2 kids and they were changing her hours all over the place. She'd come in the morning, now you want in the afternoon, and she said the babysitter and all that couldn't do it. We're a union town, and our representation, and people don't know, I don't think people really understand the value of the union. They make sure that you got good wages. They make sure that you got consistent work hours and things like that. And it just, if we don't elect the proper representation, we're going to continue to lose those things. You know, so I can't stress it anymore. We got to get involved in the process, and if you are, good. If you're not, get involved and get to people, your family, and your friends to get involved in the process, sir. All right?
All right, Your Honor.
All right. If there's nothing further, good luck to you, sir. Have a great day, all right?
You too.
All right. Yes, I'm sorry, Ms. Williams-Law. Yeah,
just for that 10, 12 minutes.
all right, let's get a recess. We're gonna call a 15-minute recess.
We're standing by.
All right, who's on the iPhones? I got 2 iPhones.
James Lawrence.
Lawrence.
Yes.
You were here earlier. I did not, let's see, Lawrence. And who else is that on the iPhone?
Alwan Garvin.
James Kyle Lawrence?
Yes, sir.
Okay, he was scheduled for arraignment on 1/31/2022. So if we can find his file somewhere.
I'm sorry, yeah, what date?
1/31/2022. So January 31st, he was scheduled for arraignment on that.
And it has not been updated.
Okay, do you have a driver's license, sir?
No, I do. No, I do not.
What's preventing you from getting a driver's license?
I just came home from the federal penitentiary. I just did 4.5 years. I came home, all my tickets was paid. I didn't have not one ticket on my record. I went down to Secretary of State. I went to 36, paid the clearance fees, and they told me that I couldn't get my license until January. I came home March 8th, 2021. Everything was paid for. I went and got me a car. And when I go to Secretary of State, I'm thinking everything's straight. I just did 4.5 years, so I'm thinking I can just go get my license, everything straight. I don't owe anything. Come to find out, they tell me no, you can't get a license until next year, January 11th, 2022. So in the process, in the midst of me just coming home and me having to get around and everything like that, I end up catching the ticket that I end up catching, and that's what's setting me back right now.
Let me say this. These tickets aren't affecting you getting a driver's license. So what I'm going to do, my clerk's computer is out. We're waiting on IT to come. I'm going to run your driver's license, Secretary of State. Which one is that? That's the no insurance misdemeanor?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm going to run your license through the Secretary of State and see what potentially is holding you up. Have you taken care of the other jurisdictions if you have any?
I took care of everything that I had. I had no tickets. Like, everything was paid off. I paid $3,800 in tickets at one time. I knocked it all the way out. So the only thing is, I did just catch a ticket in Madison Heights because I stay out here in Troy. So I do have to take care of that ticket. I got something set up for me to go take care of that, but I was waiting to get this taken care of. I just started working too, so I really need my license to get back and forth to work.
All right, we're gonna see. 465 5. L 652. All right. We're gonna check out now. Who else is on the line? Your stuff is not that complicated, sir.
Mine's?
Yeah, what I can do.
They told me I was restricted or something, that I couldn't get it.
I'll find that out in a minute. What I can do for you though, I can set another date for you to come back. And then in the meantime, let me look at this record and see what they're saying on this record. So, all right, we'll take care of it. You don't seem to be that complicated. Who else is on that iPhone? Who is the other iPhone? You're gonna have to unmute yourself.
Kawan Garvin.
Garvin, good morning to you, sir. I don't have you down here.
Gervin, Your Honor.
Like George Gervin?
Like the Iceman.
Yeah. All right, spell your first name, sir. Spell your name for me, please.
TYJUAN. Last name GERVIN.
All right. Lamont, Taiwan, Lamont Gervin.
Yes.
All right. What's up with you getting a license? Do you have a license?
No, Your Honor.
And why not?
I can't say for sure because my license is revoked, and I had just caught 2 tickets. But before that, I had paid up all my fines and fees. I had went through the drug court program, successfully passed that, and I'm just waiting on or trying to give waiting on them to say I can go get some license.
And how long is that gonna take?
When I go down to Secretary of State, they just say I'm not eligible. So they were saying I had to wait on a notice or something.
Oh, he's got other situations. He might not get a license for years.
May I ask, is drug court helping him to get his license back?
Well, I don't think he's in drug court anymore. You're not in drug court anymore, are you, sir, or are you?
No, I finished drug court in 2018.
Oh, okay.
Was that out of Detroit?
Yes.
All right, see, he's got, now what happened on that third OWI? Was that, did you plead to that?
Yes.
So, in my experience, when you get all the way up to the third, you're in a situation where that's a difficult road to travel there. All right, Miss Williams, are you back yet? No, she might not be back yet. I need his driver's license. Wow.
I figured when you gonna send somebody that, you told me to shake cords, but I took it out and.
And hit the button now. Hit the front button, yeah. I've seen that happen.
You're right, and he
It
said it
happened
happened.
it happened to me the other day.
And I did, I took the cord out, John, and shaking it and. All right, just write the draft license, and I just run across the road. So to get somebody. Not do a top down, but I said just run.
Stuff happens,
Yeah.
right? I can't say what
I know.
I could, right? Who's gonna say something, right? Might be some kids watching.
I see one cord over here, they got some tape around it, what's up with that?
Here's his driver's license. All right, so we're gonna get Mr. Lawrence, and when we get our reporter back, we're gonna call yours. And then we're gonna get, let me see Mr. Lawrence's driver. Let's see.
That's the one I just did, say, right here, Judge.
This is the one I did, yeah, I got this. So, Mr. Lawrence, how old are you,
Yes.
sir?
31.
31. Now, did you learn anything over the last 4 or 5 years?
I learned a lot.
A whole lot, didn't you? And some of it the hard way, right?
Most definitely.
So what are your plans?
I mean, well, my next goal is to obtain my driver's license. I completed, like right now I'm on federal probation. I completed every program, every drug course. I got my GED. I just got hired in Chrysler. I've been working there for about a month. I mean, I really didn't completed everything that I got going on except for getting my driver's
He got a
license.
job at Chrysler, Mr. Bachman, so we can really get some money up out of him.
You're on the come up, sir.
So, and I'm talking about, you know, you got an immediate plan of getting your driver's license and stuff. I'm talking about future plans. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? What do you see yourself doing? Have you given that any thought?
I mean, I've been on the right path, so I mean, I just see myself.
No. Understand what I'm saying, right? Go back to 2020, 2017, while you're sitting 2018, 2019, while you're sitting in that federal prison. And you sat there, I'm sure, and you thought about being out, first of all, right?
Right.
And I'm sure you had some thoughts about which direction you wanted your life to go in when you got out, right?
Right.
One, not being back in here again. That's one, right?
Most definitely.
And that's kind of an easy thing for the most part. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes.
But I challenge you to, I think, and this is just my opinion, a lot of what young people don't realize is that we have to make some goals. So you have the goal of getting your driver's license. You're gonna put that in effect. I already know. You're here, you paid a lot, you've done a lot. We'll get through this. This is not, let me see. This is not a, you're back. All right, let's call the case. This is the city of Detroit versus James Kyle Lawrence. Case number SP 1220693, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Harry Bachman for the defendant. State your name, please, sir.
James Kyle Lawrence.
All right. We have 2 cases, Mr. Goss. Mr. Lawrence, for some reason, wasn't on the docket this morning. He's calling in. The cases are not in default or anything. There's no, he has a no insurance misdemeanor for a 2018 Dodge and a driver's license never acquired. So you can, based on what I said, you can give him an offer for that. But more importantly, no, we were talking about, I'm looking at the driving record and I'm trying to see what is holding this up.
What they told me was that by me never having a license and that I was younger and I was catching tickets. And at the time I was young and I was, you know, I wasn't on the right path. So I wasn't showing up to court. So they just basically something that they said was just extending every time I caught a ticket, it was just extending me from ever getting my actual license. So when
did they say that date? Did they give you a date on when you'll be eligible for a license?
They gave me January 11th of 2022.
All right, have you been back to them?
That's when I caught the ticket. And they told me that I had to wait to go to court first before I can.
No. And they're talking about this ticket, right?
Yes.
This ticket shouldn't have any bearing on that.
I mean, I tried to explain the same thing. I went up there several times. I got the emails to show the appointments that I went and everything. Like when I first went down there, when I came home, I'm thinking I can just go straight, you know, apply for my license, take the driver's test. They was like, "Nah, you got to go to 36. You got tickets." I'm like, "My tickets."
Hold on a second. Here we go. This is what's messing your license up. This is what's messing your license. He's got a 43rd District Court, Madison Heights.
Yes, that's the ticket. I just caught that ticket. I just literally just caught that ticket.
That's the ticket that's probably messing your license up. Because you were found convicted. Did you just pay that ticket?
No, I actually missed that because I worked from 10 to 6. So I actually missed that ticket because I wasn't getting the I didn't get the ticket in the mail.
So what you need to do is you need to go back to Madison Heights.
Yeah, I just talked to them yesterday.
All right.
They told me to turn myself in Monday or Tuesday. And I will have a rank the same day.
I'll say this, I can't give you any legal advice. All I can do is say that if you plead to a no insurance misdemeanor, this civil infraction, no insurance, then that's going to abstract to the Secretary of State. It doesn't carry any points, but then the Secretary of State is going to know, oh, he's been driving again, and it could potentially give you one of those other them to say you're not going to be eligible for a license for another year or 6 months or something like that again. So you need to deal with this no insurance misdemeanor. What I'm going to do for you today is I'm going to just put this matter off until April the 5th.
Can we do it any sooner?
Well, you don't need to do it any sooner. You don't need to do it any sooner. What I'm doing for you is I'm giving you an opportunity to work that stuff out over in Madison Heights, and you work that out, you go to Secretary of State, and then you can bring a driver's license back in here. Matter of fact, you might be better off if they'll push it out more time for you, because these tickets the Secretary of State will never know about. As long as you continue to come to court, and if they just stay, these are just allegations right now. So until there's a conviction on the record of some sort that if you could print to something that would abstract to the Secretary of State, then the Secretary of State would know about this. But if this can gets kicked down the road for 5 years, which it won't be 5 years, but I'm just saying, if this can gets kicked down the road that long, then it's still just an allegation and it'll never abstract to the Secretary of State. You understand what I'm saying?
Right. So the ticket in Madison Heights, that's the one.
That's what you need to take care of. And if you plead to that ticket, you need to let them know that that's going to abstract to the Secretary of State, and that could potentially give you a further what am I trying to say? Extension of not getting a driver's license. So I'll say April the 5th that you come back here, 2022. And what I want you to do too is I want you to remember this conversation and read. If I don't remember, I want you to refresh my memory. Are you a registered voter?
I'm a convicted felon, so I don't really know if I'm a voter.
It does not matter. You can vote, sir. You got to register to vote.
I never knew that. I don't mind being registered to vote.
Listen, I not only want you to register to vote, I want to encourage you to vote. You know.
I know a lot about politics, so I already understand how serious it is.
So you know, we're in Black History Month, so you know that it was a time where we couldn't even cast our vote, and people died and were killed and thrown in prison and maimed just to have that right to cast their vote. So if you know about politics, you know how important it is. If you can register to vote, I want you to register to vote. I want you to show me proof of register to vote. I can't make you vote, but I can certainly make you register to vote. I'm going to set it for a pretrial April the 5th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. And what also I want to challenge you to do is I want you to sit back and I want you to reflect on where you want to be a year from now in your life and in your career. Do you have kids?
Yes.
And how many kids do you have?
I have 5 of them.
5 kids. And age range from what?
From 10 to 4.
From 4 to 10. I want you to reflect on, and you don't have to do this. I'm just asking you to do this.
No, I understand, but I mean, you asked me the question, like, I got a lot going on for myself. Like I said, I got my GED, you know what I'm saying? That was a big stepping stone that I thought I'd never get past. I completed, you know, everything that I needed to do as far as, you know, getting early termination from federal probation. I got my girlfriend, we actually started our own little clothing boutique, and
where is that?
it's we don't have an actual building yet, but we just do it off of, you know what I'm saying, off of here and there. Like, we order the stuff, and then
I would really suggest to you that you might not even ever need an actual building, unless you just make a pop-up shop just to get you. Because a lot of stuff is online and everything nowadays.
That's how we do it. We just, you know, she posted, and then, you know, we sell out of it so fast. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so all right, so and I'm not gonna keep you too much longer, but first of all, the GED, and I'm just listening to what you said. You mentioned that you thought that was a hurdle that you could never get over. You thought that was going to be one of the hardest things to do. And let me ask you this. When you look back on it, it was pretty easy, wasn't it?
It was easy. I just was, you know, I had a rough upbringing, so school really wasn't an option. I dropped out in like 9th, 10th grade, so it was like I'm just like, okay, whatever. But then when I actually sat down, I'm like, you know, I'm not a dummy, so I actually sat down and, you know, I taught myself a lot, and I actually went and got my GED, and I also graduated in the top scorers.
All right, so what I want you to do, you know, what I want you to do, sir, is I want you to just, again, you don't have to. It sounds like you're very well on your way. It sounds like you're never going back to that penitentiary again.
No, yeah,
that's over.
For sure.
Right? And yes. I just want you to reflect and be here next time and let me know where you feel that you're going to be in a year from now, 5 years from now, and 10 years from now. All right?
I plan on being a business owner.
No, you don't have to answer that now. You don't have to answer that. Just think about it. And when I ask you those things, I want to hear some in-depth things that you plan on doing to get to all those positions that you go to. All right. I just want to have that discussion with you. And I'll leave you with this, is that, you know, we should all have goals, and we all have goals, and you have goals, and what be, but not necessarily. Your goals can change, and that's not a problem. You see what I'm saying? The thing is, you want to have goals, and then you want to plan to get to where you need to be. And it may not get you there. You know, you say you want to be a business owner, but you already are a business owner. I'm talking about you want to be a business owner. You want to have a network of this amount of money at this time. You feel you want to be able to employ. You want to have at least this many employees by this time. So a year from now, I want my business to have grown 50%, and I want to be able to hire 1 or 2 people. 5 years from now, I want my business to have gone on and made growth of X amount of percent. I want to be up to this many people that I'm employing, and 10 years from now, I want to be here. And you make those goals and you put those things down and you're working toward it. But it doesn't mean that you're a failure, that in a year from now, you said you wanted to be hiring 2 people and you only ever able to hire 1 or something like that. Everything gets slowed down, and maybe you may come in and may have 3 people instead of the 1. It's the fact of the matter is that you have your goals, you have a plan to get to those goals, which is the most important thing, the plan, and then you just keep working every day to execute that plan to get to that goal. And it just doesn't stop. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I kind of want to hear from you, just to get you to start thinking about planning. Planning. Just like you sat in that penitentiary and you planned, you thought about the day to get out. You had a goal, and that goal was revolving around, I got to get this program, I got to get that program. You were planning. That's how you should be doing for your business. That's how you should be doing for your kids. That's how you should be doing for your relationships and everything. You feel me?
I understand.
All right. So right now, I know your immediate plan is to get this driver's license.
Right.
And I'm giving you a little bit of information on what's going on. You have that information. You need to associate yourself with a lawyer. You need to start making that relationship. You don't need to be coming into court without lawyers helping you. All right?
Yes.
You know business. You know clothing. You do that and you let somebody else do those other things. You feel me? So I would challenge you to associate yourself with a lawyer as well and just make those relationships, all right? April the 5th, 2022, I'm gonna have you back. I want you to register to vote. And well, you know, we can have this, continue this discussion then. I would appreciate it. You don't have to again, but I would appreciate to continue the discussion. And then you can let us know where you're at with that driver's license. And then we'll deal with this. We'll deal with this. This is really nothing. You know? All right.
So my question is, can I go down to Secretary of State and try to get my license now, or should I do the Madison?
No, you're gonna have to go to Madison Heights. You need to be writing this stuff down. You're gonna have to go to Madison
I go there.
Heights.
I go there Tuesday.
Okay, and then again, that no insurance civil infraction or misdemeanor, whatever they've written it down as, that will abstract if you plead to something like that, or so you need to have something that doesn't abstract to the Secretary of State.
Yeah, I have insurance.
Okay, so if they're able to show you the insurance and they can dismiss it like that, and you show them that you have proof of insurance, then fine. That's great. Then you can go to after that, I'd wait about 48 to 72 hours. Then I would go to the Secretary of State after that, all right?
All right, thank you.
And then come back in here with a valid driver's license, and then come back in here with that proof of insurance, and we'll deal with these cases. But these cases are not holding you up at the Secretary of State, all right?
Okay.
All right, I'll see you back on April the 5th, 2022 at 8:30. Mr. Lawrence, it's great talking to you, and good luck to you.
All right, thank you. You too.
All right, have a good day. All right, Mr. Gervin.
Mr. Gaston is also in room 2. If the court could bring him out, he's on the telephone.
All right, let's get Mr. Gaston here. Mr. Gaston?
Gaston speaking.
All right, what are we gonna do with, we're back on the record with Mr. Charlie Gaston. What are we gonna do with your client, Mr.
Your Honor, the defendant is respectfully asking for a trial date. And on or before that trial date, the defendant will return on that date, having completed the Michigan Defensive Driving course. I did instruct him as to the website he should report to in order to take that course, and that he should take his best notes and come back prepared to demonstrate a re-education on his trial date, and that at that time we'll get a good disposition for him.
All right, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set the trial date for April the 5th. I am going to allow Mr. Gaston an opportunity, if he can, to pay these reinstatement fees up front for these pending cases. So if he can somehow get the funds up to pay these reinstatement fees up front, then we would, he can potentially get a driver's license while he's waiting on his next court dates. I'm going to waive the late and reinstatement fees for the old civil infractions. So all you'll have to do is concern yourself with the reinstatement fees for the pending cases. I will put a pay-by date for April the 5th. We'll put those civil infractions on a review so you can start paying those civil infractions. And we'll put a pay-by date, April the 5th, and we'll revisit that when he comes back in here on April the 5th. All right? You understand, sir?
Yes, I do. I appreciate it.
All right, we appreciate you too, sir. Good luck to you. We'll see you back. Are you a registered voter, sir?
Absolutely.
All right, we'll see you back on April the 5th at 2022. You have any questions?
I can come down and pay some fines today, you say?
You'll be able to come down and pay some fines today. And you'll be able to come down, more importantly, you'll be able to come down and pay those reinstatement fees today.
Absolutely. I'll be on my way as soon as we get off the phone. And I want to say one thing. I commend you on your job. You're doing a great job of listening all morning. And you seem like I know you definitely are making an impact on these younger generation, you know what I'm saying, on these our people for the community. So keep up the great work.
I will, sir, and if I can't take the time and do that with everybody, then I don't need to be here. But I can't do it by myself, Mr. Gaston. You have to help too.
Absolutely. I help out in the community too. I help with Core City neighborhoods and Blight Busters.
Great. I mean that. So we'll meet up sometime, and maybe we can collaborate on some things. But that's what it's going to take. And all we can do is try. We can extend the olive branch to people. Hopefully, we can get them to bite. Some we're going to be able to get. Some we're not.
You're right.
All right. I'll give with all this stuff. I'm gonna say this last thing. With all this stuff, don't come down right now, Miss Brandy's gonna take a minute to get this stuff in the computer. So come down a couple of hours this afternoon. All right.
Yeah, it's gonna take you out some time. I understand. Absolutely.
Come down. You get down here later on today before we close. It'll be in there. All right.
Okay.
All right, sir. Have a great day. I'll see you back on April the 5th at 9 a.m.
Oh, thank you, Judge Perkins. You have a beautiful, blessed day as well.
Are you as well?
Good luck.
All right. Let's see, Mr. Gervin. Any relation to George Gervin, sir?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
You got games too?
Yeah. I used to play.
It runs in the family, huh?
Yeah, I played for Martin Luther King for JUCO in Texas.
Oh, so you got big time gang then?
Not at this point.
Well, I mean, you had big time gang. Yeah, I mean, at this point, even the dudes that thought they had some game when they get to their 50s, they probably ain't got no game no more, right?
Right.
Especially when you run up. But I always say, if you are able to make it to the college level, I don't care what level, you are a very high level player. Mm-hmm. Especially in areas like basketball, which is so selective. You only got 12, 15 people on the squad.
Right.
So, all right, let me finish writing this up. Well, what I'll do is I'll write this up. I won't hold up Mr. Gervin any longer. Okay, let's call these cases. This is the City of Detroit versus Taiwan Lamont Gervin. Case number SP-122-5134, counts 1, 2, and 3, and SP-122-54611. Appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Harry Bachman for the defendant. Good afternoon. Sir, would you state your name?
Taiwan Davis.
How old are you, sir?
43.
43. Okay, so what's holding your license up? If you know.
The Secretary of State is just telling me I have to wait for a letter or a time for me to apply.
Oh, you had these OWIs.
And he's got a driving while revoked.
2015.
His driving while revoked was from July of last summer, July 15th, 2021. That is currently pending before this court and set for arraignment.
That has anything to do. Those pending cases don't have anything to do
With
because
the-
those aren't answered to the Secretary of State at any
Right.
point.
I agree.
I think, in his situation, and in my experience in practice and stuff, is that he has to go to appeal
The hearing.
to hearing.
Right.
And the unfortunate part about those hearings is almost unfair. Because if what they say, and I'm saying the people that write the laws, the legislators and stuff like that, they say driving is not a right, it's a privilege.
Right.
It's my belief that driving should be a right. Because so much of maintaining yourself, especially in the town that we live in, revolves around having a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
This past summer, I left the courthouse and my wife was my car was in the shop or something, and she says she'll pick me up. I was like, nah, I can catch the bus home. I go up to the Woodward bus, and I waited 45 minutes for the Woodward bus. Out of all buses, we're not talking about the 7 mile. We're not talking about, Dexter or Schoolcraft or one of those little off lines. We're talking about Woodward.
Right.
And I was flabbergasted. My wife told me, I told you not to do it. I told you I'd come. I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? And then what I saw when I was on there, all right, is getting packed because obviously I've been waiting. Everybody uptown has been waiting just as long or longer. And then they start passing people up.
Passing you
because
up.
buses, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be out there.
I mean, it's ridiculous. So your situation is one that with those OWIs, I've seen people go years and years and years without getting a driver's license, and they keep getting denied. And it's certain things that you want to do to present yourself that I would suggest you go get a lawyer to present yourself. What they want those psychiatric substance abuse evaluations and things like that.
Right, letters, recommendation. They want to see you in treatment, and you have to know your sobriety dates. There's a lot of things that you do need professional help and guidance with for that reinstatement.
I'm gonna put you in a breakout room with Mr. Baldwin.
Okay.
And just to have a conversation. You've been here this long, you might as well have a conversation with him. I'm in the position right now to offer him, Mr. Baldwin. I don't have an offer on this file. I can get one, but I don't have an offer on this file. But I'm in a position to have him back on another date. We'll either set a pre-trial date or a trial date. You can just have a conversation with him momentarily, all right?
Understood, Your Honor. I'm in room 2. I'm gonna wait for the defendant to be placed there, and I'll see you there, Mr. Gervin.
Okay.
Somebody just stepped on an iPhone. Yeah, it might be the 130s. What's your name, sir? We gotta get out of here.
Knocking at the back door, I just want to make sure before I open it up.
Yeah. What's your name, sir?
Ricardo Green.
Green?
Ricardo Lamar Green.
Good afternoon to you.
How you doing, sir?
All right.
I was at work, but I'm on a video call with you though. I'm on court, so you might gotta excuse me.
No, that's all right. Ricardo Lamar Green. All right.
Before Cabaret D card.
We're gonna get you back. We're gonna get you arraigned today. We're gonna get you another court date. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Just give me a minute. Told you that's 1:30. You're early. That's all right though.
I was at work, that's why.
I know, but you're early though. You didn't miss nothing. You're early.
I know.
All right. We'll get you another date and get you on your way. All right, City of Detroit versus Ricardo Lamar Green, strike Ricardo Lamar Green. Case number U5108611 and U5996961. Appearance for the record, please. Oh, Mr. Green, state your name for the record.
Ricardo Lamar Green.
Mr. Green, all right. Let's get you a pretrial date, sir. We're still doing that April 5th? April 5th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. April 5th, 2022.
Let me write this down. April 5th, when?
April 5th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m.
I don't even see a pen up there. Okay, I got a pen. You said April 5th?
2022
at 8:30
a.m.
April 5th, 2022, 8:30. Okay, I got you.
We're gonna close out case number. We're gonna close out case number U322092 And then we're gonna give him a pretrial. Mr. Buffer, can you put your appearance on the record? This is Mr. Ricardo Green. I'll give you a case number, U599696621. He's scheduled to be here at 1:30.
Yes. So we'll waive any more formal reading of the information and stand mute, Your Honor. Harry Baughman on behalf of the defendant.
All right, and we're gonna give him a pretrial date of April the 5th, 2022 at 8:30.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Green. I'll see you back then. Have a great day, all right?
Okay.
As for Mr. Gaston, Your Honor, the defendant has been advised he's going to ask for a next best action date where he can return and resolve these matters. In the meantime, I've given him some very good advice and counsel with regard to the reinstatement process, how that's handled, and what he needs to do step by step in order to achieve that. He did have a third conviction for OWI in 2015, for which he successfully completed drug court, Your Honor. But at that time, they weren't offering the reinstatement as they do now. If you go to drug court, they'll try to help you get your driver's license back. But it's time for him to do that. Enough time has expired and lapsed between the time of his conviction and his petition. He actually did file a petition previously, but there were some errors, and that petition was denied for the errors. He at that time had a coach that was helping him with the paperwork, and there was a handwritten request for a petition and hearing, and so it was kind of denied at that point. But please and thank you. We'll take a next action date. Pre-trial will be just fine, Your Honor. I'm sure that he can resolve these things prior to trial.
All right, we're just gonna give him a pre-trial date.
Yes.
Same April the 5th, 2022 at 8:30 a.m. All right, Mr. Gervin, you got that date. We'll see what happens on that date. I'll give you an opportunity to try to rectify this. If you need some more time, then just let me know. But as long as you're working toward it, we'll work with you here, all right?
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, if there's nothing further